with a single pot on a windowsill. It was a tiny little herb, but it sparked something big. And now I'm completely hooked on the joy and satisfaction of growing my own food, from seed to table. There's nothing quite like the taste of a homegrown tomato, still warm from the sun. If you're new to gardening, or perhaps a little intimidated by the whole process, don't worry one bit. Today I'll be sharing some secrets and tips to help you get started, focusing on the fastest veggies to grow. We're talking about vegetables that practically jump out of the ground. These are the champions of speed, perfect for instant results and keeping your gardening enthusiasm high. Whether you have a big garden with plenty of space to spread out, a cozy balcony where you can create a little green oasis, or just a sunny windowsill that's begging for a bit of greenery, you absolutely can do this. Gardening is for everyone, regardless of space or experience. We'll cover 10 speedy vegetables, each with its own unique charm and growing requirements. These are all perfect for beginners who are just starting out, and ideal for those with limited space. No complicated jargon, no unnecessary fuss, just simple, practical advice that you can put into action right away. We'll break down each step, making it easy and enjoyable. So grab a cuppa, whether it's tea, coffee, or your favorite beverage, and a notepad to jot down some notes and ideas as we go along. And let's get our hands dirty and dive into the wonderful world of fast-growing vegetables. Let's jump right in and get growing. Let's talk about speed in the garden. When you're eager to see results, some plants deliver faster than others. First up, the radish, a true speedster. From tiny seed to crunchy, peppery delight in record time, radishes are the sprinters of the vegetable world. They practically leap out of the ground. Some varieties, like Cherry Bell, go from seed to harvest in just 3 to 4 weeks. That's right, less than a month. Imagine planting a seed and enjoying fresh, homegrown radishes on your plate before you know it. It's gardening gratification at its finest. Radishes are perfect for impatient gardeners, or for anyone who wants a quick win in the garden. They're incredibly rewarding because you see results so quickly. Just sow the seeds ½ an inch deep, directly into the soil. No need to start them indoors. Keep them watered, especially when they're first getting established, and they'll pretty much take care of themselves. Consistent moisture is key to plump, juicy radishes. They don't need much space. Grow them in garden beds alongside other vegetables. Window boxes, bringing a touch of the garden to your windowsill, or pots at least 6 inches deep. This makes them ideal for balconies, patios, or any small space gardening situation. Radishes love cool weather, thriving in temperatures between 50 and 65 degrees Fahrenheit. So plant in spring or autumn, avoiding the intense heat of summer. For a steady supply, sow a few seeds every week or two. This is called succession planting. It ensures you'll have a continuous harvest of fresh radishes throughout the growing season. That way, you'll always have fresh radishes for your salads, or for snacking, adding a spicy kick to sandwiches, or even pickling for a tangy treat. Quick, easy, and confidence boosting. Give them a try. They're a fantastic way to get started with gardening, especially if you're a beginner. You'll be amazed at how fast you can harvest and how much flavor is packed into these little root vegetables. So get planting and enjoy the speedy rewards. Next, lettuce. Forget bland supermarket varieties. Grow loose leaf types for flavor and speed. Harvest baby greens in just 3 to 4 weeks using the cut and come again method. Perfect for containers or windowsills. Just sprinkle seeds on compost, cover lightly, and keep moist. Lettuce tolerates partial shade and comes in a rainbow of shapes and colors. Mix different varieties for a gourmet salad bar at home. Snip what you need, and the plant keeps producing. It's easy, fast, and saves you money. Fresh, delicious greens right at your doorstep. Lettuce is a must-try for every new gardener. Spinach, often hailed as a nutritional powerhouse, is a true superfood. It's packed with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, making it an excellent addition to any diet. From boosting your immune system to promoting healthy skin, the benefits of spinach are truly remarkable. What's even better is that this leafy green grows incredibly fast. You can expect to harvest baby leaves in just 4 to 6 weeks after planting. This rapid growth makes it a rewarding crop for gardeners of all levels, providing a continuous supply of fresh greens. Spinach thrives in cool weather conditions, making it an ideal crop for spring and fall gardens. It prefers temperatures between 50 degrees Fahrenheit and 70 degrees Fahrenheit, so avoid planting during the hottest months of summer. To get a head start, plant your spinach seeds in early spring as soon as the soil can be worked, or wait until late summer for a fall harvest. This timing allows the plants to mature before the extremes of summer heat or winter frost set in. To maximize your harvest, Use the cut and come again method. This technique involves selectively harvesting the outer leaves while leaving the inner ones intact. Simply snip off the larger, more mature outer leaves as needed, allowing the younger inner leaves to continue growing and providing you with a continuous supply of fresh spinach. When planting, sow seeds about ½ inch deep in well-draining soil. It's crucial to keep the soil consistently moist, especially during germination and early growth stages. For the best results, enrich the soil with compost or other organic matter before planting. This will provide the spinach plants with the nutrients they need to thrive and produce abundant, flavorful leaves. If you're short on space, don't worry. Spinach grows exceptionally well in containers, making it a great option for balconies, patios, or even windowsills. Just make sure the container is at least 6 inches deep to accommodate the roots. Freshly harvested spinach is incredibly versatile. Its flavor is sweet and slightly earthy, and the leaves are wonderfully tender. This makes it perfect for enjoying raw in salads, smoothies, or as a nutritious addition to cooked dishes like stir-fries, soups, and omelets. Growing spinach is not only efficient and healthy, but also surprisingly easy. With just a little care and attention, you can enjoy a continuous supply of fresh, homegrown greens. Whether you have a sprawling garden or just a small balcony, a pot of spinach is a must-have for any home gardener looking to add a touch of freshness and nutrition to their lives. Arugula, or rocket, brings a peppery kick to your salads and grows at lightning speed, baby leaves in 3 weeks. Sprinkle seeds in pots or garden beds, water, and watch them flourish. Rocket thrives in cool weather and partial shade. Pick young leaves for the best flavor. Older leaves get spicier. Sow new seeds every couple of weeks for a constant supply. It's perfect for containers and small spaces. Add rocket to pizzas, pastas, or salads for a gourmet touch. Simple, speedy, and full of flavor. Green onions, or scallions, are quick to grow harvest in about 3 weeks, and they regrow after cutting. Sow seeds in pots or garden beds, or regrow supermarket onions by placing the white roots in water. Once roots grow, plant them in soil for endless harvests. Snip the green tops, leave the base, and they'll regrow again and again, perfect for any space, even a windowsill. Fresh green onions are great for topping dishes and add a burst of flavor. They're sustainable, zero waste, and super easy, a staple for every kitchen gardener. Want carrots fast? Try baby carrot varieties like Paris Market or Amsterdam Forcing, ready in 60 days. These small carrots are perfect for containers or shallow beds. Sow seeds in light, stone-free compost, keep moist, and thin seedlings for best results. Harvest when small and sweet, freshly pulled carrots are unbeatable. No need for deep soil or a big garden. Baby carrots are a quick, satisfying crop for beginners. Pure joy in every crunchy bite. Bok choy, or pak choy, is a fast-growing Asian green baby. Varieties are ready in just 30 days. Sow seeds in pots or beds, keep soil moist, and thin seedlings for space. Bok choy thrives in cool weather and is perfect for containers. Harvest whole heads or just outer leaves for continuous growth. It's versatile, great in stir-fries, soups, or steamed. Plant in late summer for autumn harvests. Easy, quick, and adds new flavors to your meals. Try bok choy for something different and delicious. Pea shoots are a chef's secret. Tender, sweet, and ready in just 2 to 3 weeks. Soak dried peas overnight, scatter densely in a tray of compost, cover lightly, and keep moist. Place on a sunny windowsill and watch them sprout fast. Snip shoots when 3-4 inches tall. They'll often regrow for a second harvest. No garden needed, just a tray or pot. Add pea shoots to salads, sandwiches, or as a garnish. Fast, cheap, and feels fancy. The easiest way to grow gourmet greens at home. Swiss chard is beautiful, productive, and fast. Baby leaves in 30-40 days, and it keeps producing for months. Bright Lights variety adds color to your garden or containers. Sow seeds ½ inch deep, thin seedlings, and keep soil rich and moist. Harvest outer leaves, leave the center to regrow. Chard tolerates heat better than spinach and is great for summer. Use leaves like spinach and stems like celery. 2 veggies in 1, delicious and decorative. Swiss chard is a must for a vibrant, long-lasting harvest. Mustard greens bring a spicy kick and grow super fast. Baby leaves in 3 weeks. Sow seeds in pots or beds, cover lightly, and keep moist. Harvest young for mild flavor, or let them grow for a bolder taste. Grate in salads or wilted with garlic for a spicy twist. Sow every couple of weeks for a steady supply. Perfect for containers and small spaces. Fast, flavorful, and easy to grow. That's it. 10 super fast veggies you can grow anywhere, anytime. Quick wins like radishes, lettuce, and pea shoots make gardening fun and rewarding. Don't worry about mistakes. Just plant, experiment, and enjoy the process. Eating something you've grown yourself is unbeatable. I hope you're inspired to start your own speedy veg patch. Share your progress with us and join our gardening community. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe for more. Welcome to the Great North Gardener. Today we're on a mission, growing the juiciest, most flavor-packed tomatoes ever. Forget those bland supermarket tomatoes. Let's grow ones you'll want to eat straight off the vine. It's easier than you think, with a few key secrets I'll share today. We'll cover everything. Choosing the right variety, clever companion planting, feeding, watering and pruning. Whether you've got a big allotment or just a sunny balcony, you can do this. By the end, you'll know 6 secrets to transform your tomato game. Grab a cuppa and let's get growing. First up, let's dive into the exciting world of tomato varieties. Picking the right tomato variety is crucial. It's the very first step in ensuring a bountiful and delicious harvest. The variety you select will dictate the size, flavor, and even the best uses for your homegrown tomatoes. There are thousands, literally thousands, of different tomato varieties to choose from, each with its own unique characteristics and appeal. It can feel overwhelming, but that's part of the fun. Beef steak for burgers, those massive slices that perfectly cover your patty, cherry for snacking, a burst of sweetness right off the vine, or classic round for all-purpose use, the reliable workhorse of the tomato world. These are your go-to for slicing, dicing, and general culinary adventures. Think about what you want to eat. What are your favorite tomato-based dishes? What flavors do you crave? Sauce lovers should try San Marzano or Roma. These plum tomatoes are known for their rich flavor and meaty texture, perfect for creating a delicious homemade sauce. Snackers go for Sun Gold or Gardener's Delight. These smaller varieties offer an explosion of flavor and are incredibly satisfying to pop in your mouth straight from the garden. Don't just grab any plant. Take a moment to really consider your options. Read labels, research, and pick one that excites you. The more enthusiastic you are about your chosen variety, the more likely you are to nurture it and enjoy the fruits or vegetables of your labor. Consider your climate. Your local weather conditions play a significant role in which tomato varieties will thrive. In cooler areas, look for early ripening or cold-tolerant types. These varieties are specifically bred to produce fruit even in shorter growing seasons and cooler temperatures. Decide between determinate, bush. These are compact plants that produce most of their fruit at once, for small spaces, perfect for containers and smaller gardens. And indeterminate, vining. These plants continue to grow and produce fruit throughout the season, for a steady summer supply. They require staking or caging to support their growth. Match your choice to your space, taste, and local weather. It's all about finding the perfect fit for your unique gardening situation. Picking the right variety sets you up for success. It's the foundation upon which your entire tomato growing adventure is built. Take your time, don't rush the process. Visit garden centers, explore the options, and talk to the staff. Browse online and make it fun. Read reviews, compare varieties, and get inspired. This is your foundation for epic tomatoes. A strong start leads to a bountiful harvest. Once you've chosen, you're already a step closer to tomato greatness. The anticipation is part of the joy. Secret 1. Let's unlock the secrets to successful tomato growing, one step at a time. Choose your champion wisely. Your tomato journey begins now. Now, let's talk soil, the real secret to thriving tomatoes. Tomatoes are greedy. They need rich, well-draining soil. Mix in plenty of compost or well-rotted manure for nutrients and structure. If your soil is heavy, add perlite or vermiculite for drainage. For pots, use quality peat-free potting mix, plus extra compost. Dig a big hole, mix soil and compost 50/50ths, and backfill for in-ground planting. Healthy roots mean healthy plants and more fruit. Don't skimp on soil prep. It's the foundation of your harvest. A little effort now pays off all season. Secret 2. Give your tomatoes a 5-star home. Let's move on to watering. Watering seems simple, a straightforward task, right? But it's where many go wrong, often leading to disappointing results in your tomato harvest. It's a delicate balance. Tomatoes hate inconsistent watering. They are quite sensitive to fluctuations in moisture levels. it causes problems like blossom end rot, that unsightly black spot on the bottom of your tomatoes, and splitting, where the fruit bursts open, especially after a heavy rain following a dry spell. Keep soil consistently moist, providing a stable environment for your tomato plants to thrive. Like a damp sponge, not soggy. You want the soil to hold moisture but not be waterlogged. Water deeply at the base every few days, encouraging the roots to grow down in search of moisture. Not a daily sprinkle, which only wets the surface and doesn't reach the deeper roots. Avoid wetting the leaves to prevent disease, as wet foliage creates a breeding ground for fungal issues. Use the finger test, a simple yet effective way to gauge soil moisture. If the soil's dry 2 inches down, it's time to water. This ensures you're watering when the plant actually needs it. Pots dry out faster. They have less soil volume and are more exposed to the elements. Check daily in hot weather, sometimes even twice a day during heat waves. Water until it runs from the drainage holes, ensuring the entire root ball is thoroughly saturated. Consistent, deep watering builds strong, resilient plants, capable of withstanding stress and producing abundant fruit. Master this, and you'll avoid most common tomato troubles, paving the way for a bountiful harvest. Secret 3: water smart, not just often. It's about understanding your plant's needs and responding accordingly. Next, let's talk about plant friends and how they can help your tomatoes thrive. On to companion planting, discovering the power of growing plants together. Companion planting is a game changer for tomatoes. Basil is the top tomato buddy, repels pests and may boost flavor. French marigolds deter aphids and protect roots from nematodes. Interplant basil and marigolds among your tomatoes for a healthy, resilient patch. Borage attracts pollinators. Chives and garlic deter more pests. Mix it up. Diversity keeps pests confused and plants happy. It looks great and works naturally, no chemicals needed. Plus, you get fresh herbs and flowers for your kitchen. Secret 4: build a plant dream team for better tomatoes. Now, let's feed those hungry plants. On to fertilizing. Tomatoes need regular feeding to keep producing. Start feeding when the first fruits form, not before. Use a high-potassium fertilizer. Look for K on the label. Liquid feeds like comfrey or seaweed are excellent. Feed weekly or bi-weekly, always on moist soil to avoid root burn. Consistent feeding means bigger, tastier harvests. Secret 5: feed for flavor and abundance. Let's finish with pruning and support. Pruning and support are essential practices for cultivating healthy and productive tomato plants. These techniques not only help manage the plant's growth, but also ensure a bountiful harvest. By implementing proper pruning and support methods, you can keep your plants healthy and productive throughout the growing season. This will lead to stronger plants, better fruit development, and an overall more rewarding gardening experience. One of the key aspects of tomato plant care is pinching out suckers, those small shoots that grow in the junction between the main stem and the branches. These suckers, if left unchecked, can divert valuable energy from fruit production. Removing these suckers helps to focus the plant's energy on developing larger, more flavorful fruit. By redirecting resources, you encourage the plant to prioritize fruit production over vegetative growth. To maintain optimal plant health and productivity, make it a habit to do this weekly. Regular maintenance ensures that suckers don't get a chance to steal vital resources. Consistent pruning results in tidy, fruitful plants. A well-maintained plant not only looks better, but also yields a more abundant harvest. For vining tomato varieties, providing support with stakes is crucial. Staking helps to keep the plants upright and prevents the fruit from touching the soil. Alternatively, you can use cages from the very beginning of the growing season. Cages offer a convenient way to support the plant as it grows, providing a framework for the stems and branches. When using stakes, remember to tie the stems loosely to the support. This allows for natural movement and prevents damage to the plant. If you opt for cages, simply let the tomato plants grow naturally through the wire structure. The cage will provide the necessary support as the plant expands. As the plant matures, it's important to remove the lower leaves. This practice helps to improve air circulation around the base of the plant. Pay special attention to any leaves that are touching the ground, as these are particularly susceptible to disease. Removing these leaves minimizes the risk of soil-borne pathogens affecting the plant. By removing lower leaves and suckers, you significantly improve airflow around the plant. Good air circulation is essential for preventing fungal diseases. Enhanced airflow translates to a reduced risk of disease, helping your tomato plants stay healthy and productive throughout the season. Ultimately, a tidy and well-supported plant is not only easier to harvest, but also less prone to a variety of common tomato plant problems. So, remember Secret 6. Consistent pruning and adequate support are the keys to unlocking a truly bumper crop of delicious tomatoes. Armed with these 6 secrets, you're now well equipped to cultivate a thriving tomato garden and enjoy a season filled with flavorful, homegrown tomatoes. Now that you know the secrets to success, are you ready for the best part? Let's wrap up this chapter and get you even closer to your dream tomato harvest. That's it. 6 secrets to transform your tomato growing. Choose the right variety, prep rich soil, water smart, plant companions, feed well, and keep plants tidy. It's simple once you get the hang of it, and the rewards are unbeatable. Enjoy the taste of homegrown tomatoes and have fun experimenting. Share your progress in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more gardening tips. Thanks for watching. Happy growing! Welcome to the Great North Gardener. We're so excited to have you join us on this journey into the wonderful world of indoor plants. If you want to add some green to your home, creating a vibrant and refreshing atmosphere, but think you're hopeless with plants and that you just can't seem to keep anything alive, you're in the right place. We're here to prove that anyone can be a plant parent. I'm Albert, and I've killed my fair share of houseplants. Trust me, I've been there. It's all part of the learning process. But I've also found some that are nearly impossible to mess up. These are the champions of the plant world, the ones that can forgive a missed watering or two. Today I'll show you the best low-maintenance plants for small spaces. Perfect for apartments, dorm rooms, or any cozy nook. Plants that thrive on neglect, asking for very little but giving so much in return, and look great doing it. They're not just easy to care for, they're also incredibly stylish and add a touch of elegance to any room. These are the ultimate flatmates, stylish, quiet, and they even clean your air. What more could you ask for in a roommate? We'll cover my top picks from the toughest survivors, the plants that can handle almost anything you throw at them, to those that add a splash of color. Because who says low maintenance can't be beautiful? By the end, you'll be ready to become a confident plant parent. You'll have the knowledge and the inspiration to create your own indoor jungle. No green thumb required. Just a little bit of know-how, which we're about to provide. Let's get started. It's time to transform your space with these amazing easy care plants. Let's kick things off with a true champion of the houseplant world. First up, the snake plant, a resilient and striking addition to any home. Scientifically known as Sansevieria, a name that might sound a bit intimidating, but don't let it scare you off. If you want a plant that's nearly indestructible, a plant that can withstand almost anything you throw at it, this is it. The snake plant is your go-to green companion. Its upright sword-like leaves with their sharp architectural lines look modern and fit any decor. Whether your style is minimalist, bohemian, or something in between, the snake plant blends seamlessly. Forget to water it? No problem. Seriously, snake plants thrive on neglect almost as if they prefer it that way, and only need water every few weeks. In fact, overwatering is one of the few things that can actually harm them. They're happy in bright light, basking in the sun's rays or dark corners, tucked away in a dimly lit space, making them perfect for any room. From your sunny living room to your shadowy bathroom, the snake plant adapts. Best of all, they purify the air, filtering out harmful toxins and pollutants. NASA even recommends them for removing toxins, highlighting their effectiveness in creating a healthier indoor environment. They release oxygen at night, unlike many other plants, so they're great for bedrooms, helping you sleep soundly and breathe easier. If you're only getting one plant, if you're just starting your houseplant journey, make it this one. You simply can't go wrong with a snake plant as your first green companion. It's stylish, adding a touch of elegance to any space, tough, and basically foolproof. It's the plant that keeps on giving, even when you forget about it. Snake plant, the ultimate starter for your indoor jungle. It's the perfect gateway plant to a world of green. You can't go wrong. It's a decision you'll thank yourself for later. Low maintenance, requiring minimal effort on your part, high reward. The benefits far outweigh the small amount of care it needs. Try one and see for yourself. Experience the joy of effortless greenery. It's the definition of easy care, a plant that practically takes care of itself. Next, meet the pothos, also called devil's ivy. It's famous for trailing vines and lush, Instagram-worthy looks. Let it trail, climb, or keep it bushy. Pothos adapts to your style. It tells you when it's thirsty, leaves droop, you water, it perks right up. Thrives in bright, indirect light but survives in low light too. Propagation is a breeze. Just snip a vine, pop it in water and watch roots grow. Perfect for beginners and anyone wanting more plants for free. Pothos is forgiving, fast-growing and adds instant jungle vibes. It's the ultimate adaptable companion, a must-have for any space. Are you constantly on the go? Do you sometimes forget to water your plants? Then the ZZ plant is absolutely unbeatable. It's the ideal choice for those who want greenery without the constant upkeep. Its glossy dark green leaves look almost fake, possessing a perfect sheen that catches the light. Always shiny, always elegant, adding a touch of sophistication to any space. It's a plant that effortlessly elevates your decor. ZZ plants are incredibly resilient because they store water in their rhizomes, those potato-like structures beneath the soil. This clever adaptation means they can easily go weeks, even months without a drink, making them incredibly low maintenance. Overwatering is the only real danger, so resist the urge to constantly hydrate it. Let the soil dry out completely between waterings. Stick your finger in the soil to check. If it's dry, then it's time for a drink. They thrive in low light, tolerating conditions where other plants would struggle, making them perfect for hallways where natural light is often limited, or offices, bringing a touch of nature to even the most sterile environments. This plant is the very definition of set it and forget it. Plant it, place it, and mostly leave it alone. It fills tricky spots with life and style, brightening up those forgotten corners and adding a touch of green to otherwise dull areas. No effort required. It's the perfect plant for those who want beauty without the burden of constant care. If you want beauty without commitment, a plant that asks for very little but gives so much in return, ZZ is absolutely your plant. It's a foolproof choice for beginners and seasoned plant lovers alike. It's tough and stylish, a survivor that also happens to look incredibly chic and thrives on neglect, almost as if it prefers to be left alone to do its thing. The perfect green companion for any lifestyle, whether you're a busy professional or simply someone who prefers low-maintenance beauty. No fuss, just beauty. A simple, elegant plant that effortlessly enhances any space. What more could you possibly want from a houseplant? The ZZ plant truly offers it all. The spider plant is a retro favorite that's back in style for good reason. Its arching, striped leaves brighten any room and it's happy in a range of light conditions. Forget to water? It forgives you. Just keep it slightly moist. The best part, it grows baby spiderettes you can easily propagate. Hang it up or let it spill from a shelf for a fun, lively look. It's also a top air purifier, making your home healthier, low maintenance, cheerful, and endlessly giving. A classic for every small space. Want flowers without the fuss? The peace lily is your answer. Its glossy leaves and elegant white blooms add instant serenity. Thrives in low light, perfect for shady corners. When thirsty, it droops dramatically, but perks up fast after watering. Loves a bit of humidity, so bathrooms and kitchens are ideal. Wipe the leaves occasionally for a healthy shine. It's also a powerful air purifier. Beautiful, easy, and hard-working. Peace lily does it all. Let's talk succulents. A whole family of tiny sculptural plants perfect for small spaces. They come in endless shapes and colors, from echeverias to string of pearls. They're secret water-storing leaves, so they need very little watering. Overwatering is the only way to kill them. Let the soil dry out completely. They love bright light, so a sunny windowsill is ideal. Group a few together for a mini desert landscape. Succulents are low-cost, low-maintenance, and endlessly collectible. Perfect for desks, shelves, or anywhere you want a pop of green. Start with one, you'll want more. The easiest way to build a plant collection. Aloe vera deserves a special mention. Not just easy to care for, but useful too. Its thick, upright leaves look striking and store water, so it thrives on neglect. Needs bright, indirect light and infrequent watering. The gel inside soothes burns and skin irritations. Nature's first aid kit. Just snip a leaf and apply the gel directly. Stylish, practical, and perfect for sunny spots. Aloe vera is a triple threat. Looks, ease, and utility. Once you have one, you'll wonder how you lived without it. A must for any home. Last up, the Fittonia or nerve plant, a small plant with big personality. Its leaves are veined in pink, red, or white, making it a living piece of art. Stays compact, perfect for terrariums or tiny pots. Loves humidity and consistent moisture. Don't let it dry out. If it gets thirsty, it wilts dramatically, but recovers quickly after watering. Prefers indirect light, so it's great for less sunny spots. adds vibrant color and texture to any collection. Fittonia, small, dramatic, and unforgettable. There you have it. 8 easy, rewarding plants for any small space. From the tough snake plant to the colorful Fittonia, there's something for everyone. Pick one that fits your lifestyle and give it a try. Most thrive when you just let them be. Don't overthink it. Enjoy the process and watch your space transform. Let us know your favorite in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Happy planting. Welcome to the Great North Gardener. I'm Albert, your friendly neighborhood garden guide. I've made every mistake in the book, so today I'm sharing the big blunders so you can skip the fails and get straight to the fun. We'll cover 7 classic mistakes new gardeners make, like plant feuds, lighting, watering, and more. This isn't about perfection, it's about learning and enjoying the process. Grab a cuppa and let's dive in. Let's get your garden growing the right way. First up, we're diving into a common pitfall that many gardeners face, especially beginners. It's something that can sabotage your entire growing season before it even really gets started. It's all about planting veggies that just can't stand each other. Understanding plant compatibility is key to a thriving garden. Some plants release chemicals into the soil that stunt their neighbors' growth, hindering their ability to absorb nutrients and flourish. This is called allelopathy, and it's a silent battle happening beneath the surface. For example, potatoes and tomatoes, both members of the nightshade family, compete for the same nutrients in the soil, depleting resources and weakening both plants. Even worse, they are susceptible to the same diseases, like blight. Don't plant them together. Beans and onions? Another bad combo. Onions can inhibit the nitrogen-fixing abilities of beans, stunting their growth and reducing your bean harvest. Instead of creating these antagonistic pairings, try companion planting pair basil with tomatoes to repel pests like tomato hornworms and whiteflies, naturally protecting your precious tomatoes. Or plant carrots with rosemary to confuse carrot flies, whose larvae can devastate your carrot crop. The 3 sisters, corn, beans, and squash, work together perfectly. Corn provides a natural trellis, supporting beans. Beans fix nitrogen in the soil, enriching it for the other 2, and squash shades the soil, suppressing weeds and retaining moisture. Before planting, take a moment to check a companion planting chart online or consult a gardening book. 5 minutes of research can save you a season of headaches, preventing plant rivalries and promoting a harmonious growing environment. Healthy plant pairings mean bigger harvests, fewer pest problems, and a more resilient garden overall. Think of your garden as a community. Help your plants get along, fostering a supportive ecosystem where everyone thrives. Avoid the drama of incompatible pairings, and your veggies will thrive, rewarding you with an abundant harvest. Matchmaking in the garden really pays off, leading to healthier plants and a more productive growing space. Let's move on to the next big mistake that could be holding back your garden's potential. Watering. It sounds incredibly simple, doesn't it? A basic task, almost intuitive. But surprisingly, it's the one area where most gardeners, both beginners and experienced, often go wrong. It's a delicate balance. Overwatered plants often present a misleading picture. They look wilted and yellow, almost as if they're thirsty. But the truth lies beneath the surface, with soggy, often smelly soil, a telltale sign of root rot, a death sentence for many plants. Underwatered plants, on the other hand, are more straightforward. They become dry, crispy to the touch, and the soil visibly pulls away from the edges of the pot, creating a gap. So what's the secret to getting it right? It's simpler than you think. The finger test. Simply stick your finger about an inch or so into the soil, getting past the very top layer. If it feels dry to the touch, then it's time to water. If it's damp, hold off and wait a few more days. When you do water, water deeply but less often. This encourages the roots to grow deep and strong, searching for moisture. Avoid those daily light sprinkles. They only wet the very surface of the soil and encourage weak, shallow roots that are more susceptible to drying out. Remember, every plant's needs are different, so take the time to get to know your garden and the specific requirements of each plant. Deep, infrequent watering is the mantra for healthy, thriving plants. Your plants will thank you with vibrant, healthy growth and abundant blooms. Don't drown them with too much water, and don't dehydrate them by forgetting to water. Find the perfect balance for each plant. Master the art of watering, and you're already halfway to creating a thriving and beautiful garden. Now that we've covered watering, let's move on to another essential element: sunlight. Onward! Sunlight is absolutely crucial for a thriving garden. Get it wrong, and your plants simply won't thrive, no matter how much you care for them in other ways. It's the engine that drives their growth. Plants fall into three main light categories, each with different needs and preferences. Understanding these categories is key to successful gardening. First, we have full sun, which means a plant needs at least 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight per day. Then there's partial sun, requiring 4 to 6 hours of sunlight, often with some shade during the hottest part of the afternoon. And finally, shade-tolerant plants, which thrive with less than 4 hours of direct sunlight each day. Tomatoes, peppers, and most herbs are sun-loving plants. They absolutely need full sun to produce their best. Leafy greens like lettuce and spinach, along with root veggies such as carrots and radishes, typically do well in partial sun, where they're shielded from the harshest rays. Shade-tolerant plants like mint and parsley, on the other hand, can handle less light. But remember, even shade-loving plants need some light to survive. They cannot thrive in complete darkness. To figure out your garden's light situation, observe your garden carefully. Track where the sun hits at different times throughout the day, noting which areas get the most and least sunlight. Draw a simple map of your yard, marking the sunny and shady spots, if it helps you visualize the light patterns. Then, match each plant to its ideal spot, placing sun lovers in the sunniest areas and shade-tolerant plants in the shadier spots for best results. Always check seed packets or plant labels for specific light requirements before planting. Right plant, right place. It's really as simple as that when it comes to light. Don't force a sun lover into the shade, as it will likely struggle and fail to thrive. Providing good light means strong, healthy, and productive plants that will reward you with abundant harvests. Remember, sunlight is your garden's primary energy source, so use it wisely to maximize your plant's potential. Next, let's dig into the fascinating world of soil and how it impacts your garden's success. Soil is the foundation of your garden. Ignore it, and nothing else matters. Good soil is dark, crumbly, and full of life. It holds moisture but drains well. Most garden soil needs help. Add compost manure or leaf mold to improve it. Organic matter breaks up clay and helps sandy soil retain water. Before planting, clear weeds and loosen the soil. Mix in a few inches of compost. Top dress with compost each year to keep soil healthy. Healthy soil feeds your plants and the microbes that support them. Don't treat soil prep as a one-time job. Keep building it up. Look after your soil, and it'll look after your plants. Great gardens start underground. Now, let's talk timing. Timing is everything. Plant at the wrong time, and you're setting yourself up for failure. Know your last frost date. It tells you when it's safe to plant tender crops like tomatoes and beans. Find your date online, then check seed packets for when to sow indoors or out. Hardy crops like kale and parsnips can handle cold and even improve with frost. Lettuce and spinach prefer cool weather. Avoid planting them in peak summer heat. Use a local planting calendar for month-by-month guidance. Don't rush out on the first sunny day. Plan ahead. The right timing means healthier, more productive plants. A little planning goes a long way. Next up, spacing. Overcrowding is a classic rookie mistake. Plants need space to thrive. Too close, and they compete for light, water, and nutrients, resulting in weak, stressed plants. Poor air circulation invites disease like powdery mildew. Always follow the spacing instructions on seed packets. It may look empty at first, but plants need room to grow. Thin seedlings if needed. Quality over quantity. Sacrificing a few now means a better harvest later. Good spacing equals healthy, productive plants. Don't be afraid to thin. Your future self will thank you. Let's tackle pests and diseases. Pests and diseases are inevitable, but ignoring them is a big mistake. Prevention starts with healthy plants. Good soil, watering, and spacing all help. Attract beneficial insects like ladybirds by planting flowers such as marigolds and alyssum. For aphids, blast them off with water or use a mild soap spray in the evening. Slugs, use crushed eggshells or set beer traps. Check your plants regularly. Catch problems early. Look under leaves and at new shoots for signs of trouble. Handpick pests if you spot them. Daily observation saves you from big infestations. Stay vigilant, and your garden will stay healthy. Simple, natural methods work best. Now let's wrap up your gardening journey. That's it. 7 common mistakes, and now you know how to avoid them. Every gardener makes errors. It's all part of the journey. Gardening is about connection, not perfection. Get your hands dirty, have fun, and enjoy the process. Share your stories in the comments, and let's grow together. Like and subscribe for more tips from the Great North Gardener. Albert here. Ever looked at your food scraps and garden clippings and thought there's got to be a better way than just chucking this in the bin? Today, we're diving into composting, the easiest, most rewarding way to turn waste into garden gold. It's like giving your plants a superfood smoothie made from stuff you throw away. This is your how-to guide for starting a compost pile from scratch. We'll cover the essentials: greens, browns, water, and heat, everything you need to make rich, nutrient-packed compost. Let's get into it. So, you're ready to dive into the world of composting? Fantastic. One of the first and most important steps is figuring out where and how you're going to compost. The method you choose will impact everything from the speed of decomposition to how much effort you'll need to put in. Let's break down your options and explore the most common composting methods available. We'll look at the pros and cons of each, so you can make an informed decision that best suits your lifestyle, garden size, and commitment level. First, we have the classic open pile. This is the traditional method, often seen in larger gardens and farms. It's essentially just a heap in your garden, a designated area where you pile up your organic waste. It's free, simple, and requires minimal setup. You just start piling. However, it can be a bit messy and unfortunately can attract critters like rodents or raccoons if not managed carefully. Proper layering and burying food scraps can help mitigate this. Next up are compost bins. These are enclosed containers designed to hold your compost. They offer a neater, tidier solution compared to open piles. Compost bins are great for most gardens, especially in suburban settings where aesthetics and pest control are important considerations. They help keep heat and moisture in, which accelerates the decomposition process. However, they do cost a bit more than an open pile, and they typically need turning or mixing to ensure proper aeration. Then we have compost tumblers. These are sealed drums that you spin or rotate to mix the compost. They're known for being fast, relatively pest-proof, and easy to mix, making the composting process quicker and more efficient. But they are pricier than other options and often have a smaller capacity. Ultimately, the best choice depends on your individual needs. Choose based on your available space, your composting style, and your budget. Got a big garden and don't mind a more rustic approach? Go for the open pile. Living in a suburban neighborhood with limited space? Try a bin to keep things tidy. Have a small patio or balcony, or just want to speed up the composting process? A tumbler might be your new best friend. For the purposes of this video, and to demonstrate a common setup, I'm going to be using a standard compost bin. It's a practical and widely used option, representing what most people have in their backyards. When setting up your bin, it's important to place it directly on bare earth. This allows for proper drainage and provides easy access for beneficial organisms like worms, which are essential for breaking down organic matter. Also, try to find a spot that offers a mix of sun and shade throughout the day. This helps maintain the right temperature and moisture levels within the bin. And finally, for your own convenience, keep it relatively close to your kitchen. The shorter the distance, the more likely you are to consistently add your food scraps. Okay, ready to get started? Let's start filling it up with the right ingredients and kick off our composting journey. So you're thinking about composting. That's fantastic. It's a simple yet powerful way to reduce waste, enrich your garden, and contribute to a healthier planet. But where do you even begin? What's the magic formula for creating that black gold that gardeners rave about? The secret lies in the right mix of greens and browns. Think of it as a recipe where these two ingredients work together to create the perfect environment for decomposition. Greens, nitrogen-rich, wet stuff, are your kitchen's contribution to the compost party. They provide the essential nitrogen that fuels the composting process. Think kitchen scraps, like those apple cores, carrot peels, and banana peels you'd normally toss in the trash. Grass clippings, fresh from your lawn, are another excellent source of nitrogen. And don't forget those used coffee grounds. They're not just for waking you up in the morning, they're a valuable addition to your compost pile. Browns, carbon-rich, dry stuff, balance out the greens. They provide the carbon that helps create structure and absorb excess moisture. Dead leaves, especially those gathered in the fall, are a classic brown. Cardboard, broken down into smaller pieces, works wonders. Straw, readily available at garden centers, is another great option. And finally, shredded newspaper can be used, but avoid glossy paper or colored inks. Aim for about 2 parts. Browns to 1 part greens by volume. This ratio ensures a good balance of carbon and nitrogen, which is crucial for healthy decomposition. Don't worry about being exact. Composting is forgiving. Start with a thick layer of browns at the bottom for drainage and airflow. This base layer acts like a sponge, preventing the pile from becoming waterlogged and allowing air to circulate. Add a layer of greens, spreading them evenly over the browns, then cover with browns, creating a sandwich effect. Repeat this pattern, layering browns and greens like lasagna. Always cover fresh greens with browns to avoid smells and flies. This is especially important for kitchen scraps, which can attract unwanted attention if left exposed. Keep your pile as moist as a wrung-out sponge, not soaking wet, but definitely damp. Add water if dry, especially during hot weather. Add browns if wet, to soak up excess moisture. Air is vital. The microorganisms that break down the materials need oxygen to thrive. Turn your pile every week or two with a fork to introduce oxygen and redistribute moisture, or spin your tumbler if you're using one. Tumblers make turning a breeze. Recap. Let's quickly review the key steps to successful composting. Layer browns and greens, maintaining the right ratio. Keep it moist, like a wrung-out sponge. And turn regularly, to aerate the pile. Keep a stash of browns handy so you can always cover new greens and maintain the proper balance. Make it a habit, and you'll have great compost in no time. You'll be amazed at how much waste you can divert from landfills, and how much your garden will benefit from this nutrient-rich amendment. Happy composting! Now let's talk about monitoring your pile. It's not just about tossing things in and hoping for the best. The internal temperature of your compost pile is a key indicator of its health and activity. Heat means it's working. The microbes are hard at work, breaking down the organic matter. A hot center, ideally between 130 to 160 degrees Fahrenheit, shows that the microbes are thriving and efficiently breaking things down. This thermophilic stage is where the magic happens, killing off weed seeds and pathogens. To accurately gauge the temperature, check with a compost thermometer. These are long-stemmed thermometers specifically designed to reach the center of your pile. If you don't have a thermometer, you can use your hand carefully. Warm is good, indicating microbial activity. But if it's too hot to hold your hand in for more than a few seconds, it might be getting too hot, and you may need to turn the pile. If it cools down significantly, it means the microbes are slowing down. Add more greens, which provide nitrogen, their food source, or check moisture levels. A dry pile will halt decomposition. Now let's address some common composting problems. Bad smell. That usually means it's too wet and there's not enough air. Anaerobic bacteria are taking over, producing foul odors. Turn it to introduce oxygen and add browns, like dried leaves or shredded paper, to absorb excess moisture. What if your compost is just not breaking down? Several factors could be at play. It might be too dry, lacking the moisture microbes need to thrive. Or there might not be enough greens to fuel the process. Also, check the size of your materials. Large pieces decompose much slower. To remedy this, water it thoroughly, add more greens to boost nitrogen levels, and chop any large materials into smaller pieces to increase surface area for microbial action. It's also important to avoid composting certain items. Don't compost cooked food, meat, or dairy, as these can attract pests and create unpleasant odors. Similarly, avoid adding diseased plants. They can harbor pathogens that will persist in your compost and potentially infect your garden. These also attract pests and cause problems. Remember, composting is a natural process, so be patient. It takes a few months to a year, depending on the materials and conditions. You'll know it's ready when it's dark, crumbly, and smells earthy. A rich, sweet aroma that signals the completion of the decomposition process. Harvest the finished compost from the bottom of the pile, where it's been decomposing the longest. Continue the cycle by adding new stuff on top, ensuring a continuous supply of valuable compost. Use it as mulch to suppress weeds, retain moisture, and slowly release nutrients into the soil. Incorporate it as a soil conditioner to improve soil structure, drainage, and fertility. Or mix it into your potting mix to create a nutrient-rich environment for your container plants. Your garden will love it. With a little attention and care, you've turned rubbish into garden treasure. You're not just getting rid of waste, you're creating a valuable resource that will nourish your plants and enrich your soil for years to come. That's it, your beginner's guide to composting at home. Pick your method, mix browns and greens, keep it moist and aerated. You'll cut waste, help the planet, and make amazing food for your garden. Share your compost setups and questions in the comments, and subscribe for more gardening tips. Happy composting! Hey everyone, it's Albert. Today we're building a raised garden bed from scratch, no experience needed. If you've ever wanted a lush, productive garden, this is your step-by-step guide. Raised beds are perfect for any space, big or small, and they make gardening easier on your back and your plants. We'll keep it simple, practical, and fun. No jargon, just real advice. Ready to create your own garden paradise? Let's jump in, grab your gloves, let's get started. All right, let's dive in. The first step in creating your dream garden is to choose your raised bed material. This decision impacts not only the look of your garden, but also its functionality and longevity. Wood is a classic choice for a reason. It's natural, relatively affordable, and easy to build, making it a great option for DIY enthusiasts. When growing edibles, just be sure to use untreated wood to avoid any chemicals leaching into your veggies. Cedar is a great choice. Metal beds offer a modern aesthetic, are incredibly durable, and they heat up quickly in the spring, which is fantastic for getting a head start with early crops. This can extend your growing season. Stone or brick beds are permanent, undeniably stunning, and add a touch of elegance to any garden. However, keep in mind that they require more effort to construct and can be a bigger investment in terms of budget. Recycled plastic or composite beds are an eco-friendly choice, known for being long-lasting and require very little maintenance. They're a practical option for busy gardeners. When making your decision, think about your personal style. Feeling rustic? Go with wood. Prefer a sleek modern look? Try metal. Want a bed that will last forever? Stone is your friend. Are you eco-conscious and want a sustainable option? Composite is perfect. Also, consider your budget and DIY skills. Some materials are more expensive and require more construction know-how. Ultimately, there's no wrong choice. It's all about finding what fits you and your garden best. Pick the material that excites you the most, because enthusiasm is key to a successful gardening project. Once you've decided on your material, you're ready to move on to the next step in building your raised garden bed. Remember, your choice of bed material sets the tone for your whole garden, so choose wisely and have fun with it. Don't overthink it too much. Just make a choice and move forward with your gardening adventure. Now, let's get that chosen material ready so we can start building. On to the next exciting step in creating your raised garden bed. Now, let's find the perfect spot for your bed. Sunlight is crucial. Aim for at least 6 hours of direct sun a day. Watch your garden for a day to spot the sunniest area. If you have shade, grow leafy greens and herbs. They'll still thrive. Make sure your bed is close to water. You'll thank yourself later. Avoid low, soggy spots. Good drainage is essential. Keep the bed accessible from all sides. Don't make it wider than 4 feet. If your garden is windy, find a sheltered spot near a fence or shrubs. Place your bed somewhere you'll enjoy spending time. Practicality matters, but so does joy. Pick a spot you love. Once you've chosen, mark it out and get ready to build. The right location sets you up for gardening success. Let's move on to the build. Time to roll up your sleeves. It's build time. Whether you've got a kit or DIY planks, the basics are the same. Lay out your pieces, check your hardware, and read the instructions first. For wood, use sturdy corner posts or brackets. Keep those corners square. Level the ground before assembling for a stable, long-lasting bed. Assemble the frame, double-check for wobble, and reinforce if needed. For long beds, add a cross brace to prevent bowing. Line the inside with heavy-duty plastic, not the bottom, to protect wood from rot. Once built and in place, step back and admire your work. You've built the foundation for your garden. Nice job. The hardest part is done. Now let's fill it up with the good stuff. Ready for the secret soil recipe? Let's make your bed thrive. On to the next step. All right, let's get down to the nitty-gritty of gardening. It's time to fill your raised bed with what I like to call the ultimate soil mix. This isn't just about throwing some dirt in a box. It's about creating a foundation for healthy, happy plants. We're building an ecosystem. We're going to start with a layer of plain cardboard on the bottom of the bed. Make sure to remove any tape or glossy labels. This cardboard layer serves as a fantastic weed barrier, preventing unwanted plants from creeping up from below. Plus, it acts as a worm magnet, attracting these beneficial creatures to your garden bed. Worms are nature's tillers, aerating the soil and enriching it with their castings. Next up, we're adding a brown layer. This layer consists of materials like twigs, small branches, and wood chips. You can also use dried leaves or straw. These browns provide structure to the soil mix, creating air pockets that allow roots to breathe. They also break down slowly, releasing nutrients over time. Think of it as a slow-release fertilizer. Now, it's time for a green layer. This includes things like grass clippings, veggie scraps from the kitchen, or fresh plant trimmings from your garden. The greens are rich in nitrogen, which is essential for healthy plant growth. They provide a quick boost of nutrients to get your plants off to a strong start. Next, pile on a thick layer of compost. You can use homemade compost, manure-based compost, or peat-free store-bought compost. Peat moss is not a sustainable option, so let's avoid that. To finish it off, top it off with quality topsoil or loam. This will provide a good base for your plants to root into. This creates a smooth planting surface, making it easier to sow seeds or transplant seedlings. Now, mix the top layers a bit. This helps to blend the different materials together, creating a seamless transition between the layers. Once you've mixed the layers, water thoroughly. This helps to settle everything into place and kickstarts the decomposition process. The water activates the microbes in the soil, which begin breaking down the organic matter and releasing nutrients. After watering, expect the soil to sink a bit. Don't worry, this is perfectly normal. Just top up with more compost as needed to maintain the desired soil level. By following these steps, you've created a living ecosystem, not just a box of dirt. You've built a foundation for thriving plants. These layers work together to feed your plants with a steady supply of nutrients, hold moisture in the soil, and keep weeds down, reducing the need for constant weeding. This is the secret to a thriving, low-maintenance bed that will reward you with abundant harvests. Your soil is now ready and waiting. Let's get planting and watch your garden come to life. The fun part starts now, so get ready to get your hands dirty. Grab your seeds or your favorite seedlings, and let's transform this bed into a vibrant garden. The bed's ready. It's been prepped, the soil is just right, and now it's time for the exciting part. We've put in the work, and now we get to see the fruits and vegetables of our labor. Let's bring it to life. Let's transform this empty space into a vibrant, thriving garden, bursting with color and flavor. Choose plants you love to eat. Think about what you enjoy cooking with, what flavors you crave. Start simple with salad greens. They're easy to grow and provide a quick harvest. Plus, nothing beats a fresh homegrown salad. Radishes, another fast-growing option that adds a peppery kick to your meals. Or herbs. Fresh herbs can elevate any dish, and they're incredibly rewarding to grow. Seeds are budget-friendly. They offer the most variety for your money. Plug plants give you a head start. They're already established, so you'll see results sooner. Don't overcrowd. Give your plants enough space to thrive. Follow spacing on packets for healthy growth. Proper spacing ensures good air circulation and prevents disease. Use square-foot gardening for efficient planting if you like. It's a great way to maximize your space and organize your garden. Plant by making a hole, just big enough to accommodate the roots. Gently placing the plant, being careful not to damage the delicate roots, and firming the soil. This helps to eliminate air pockets and ensures good contact between the roots and the soil. Water well after planting. This is crucial for getting your plants established. Roots need a good start. Proper watering encourages strong root development. Raised beds dry out faster due to their elevated position and good drainage. So check soil moisture regularly. Stick your finger in the soil to feel for dampness. Water at the base, not the leaves. This helps to prevent fungal diseases. To prevent disease, wet leaves can create a breeding ground for harmful pathogens. Add mulch, it's your garden's best friend. Straw, wood chips, or grass clippings. Choose the mulch that works best for you and your plants. To keep moisture in and weeds out. Mulch acts as a barrier, preventing water evaporation and suppressing weed growth. Mulch also feeds your soil as it breaks down. It enriches the soil with organic matter, improving its structure and fertility. Spend a few minutes daily checking your garden. It's a great way to relax and connect with nature. Pull weeds before they steal nutrients and water from your precious plants. Watch for pests. Early detection is key to preventing infestations. And enjoy the growth. Witnessing the transformation from tiny seeds to flourishing plants is truly rewarding. Harvesting your first crop is pure magic. It's the culmination of all your hard work and dedication. You did it. You nurtured life from the soil. Your garden journey has begun. Embrace the process, learn from your experiences, and enjoy the bounty of your garden. Let's wrap up. You've successfully planted your raised bed and are well on your way to a thriving garden. And there you have it, a thriving raised bed ready for action. From choosing materials to planting, you've built something amazing. Remember, gardening is a journey. Enjoy every step, learn, and have fun. Share your progress with us and join the great North Gardener community. Thanks for watching, like, comment, and subscribe for more tips. Happy gardening, everyone. Hello and welcome to the Great North Gardener. Albert here, and today we're diving into a gardener's bane weeds. They compete for nutrients, water and sunlight, making gardens messy. But don't worry, this video is your ultimate guide. We'll explore 10 common weeds and how to tackle them, from identification to effective removal methods. Reclaim your space and let your plants shine. Whether you're a pro or newbie, you're in the right place. Grab a cuppa, get comfy, and let's tackle these invaders together. By the end, you'll be a weed-whacking wizard. Alright, first up on our hit list, it's probably one of the most recognizable weeds out there, the dandelion. These guys are proper survivors, and you'll spot them in lawns, flower beds, and even popping up through cracks in the pavement. The key to understanding dandelions is their super-duper long taproot. The best method is good old-fashioned removal, but you've got to get that entire taproot. Use a special dandelion weeding tool or a narrow trowel to dig down carefully around the base and gently loosen the soil until you can pull the whole thing out. Regular mowing and a good layer of mulch can also help prevent them from setting seed. Next up, we've got a real sneaky one, and it's called crabgrass. It's an annual grass that loves to spread out and ruin that lovely uniform look we all strive for. Prevention is definitely better than cure when it comes to crabgrass. Maintain a thick, healthy lawn with regular feeding, proper mowing height, and overseeding any thin patches. If crabgrass has already gatecrashed your garden party, hand-pulling young plants can help. For larger infestations, pre-emergent herbicides applied in early spring can create a barrier that stops the seeds from sprouting. Oh boy, now we're talking about one of the real heavyweights of the weed world. Bindweed. This stuff is relentless. It's a climbing, twining perennial vine with arrowhead-shaped leaves and pretty trumpet-like flowers. The real challenge with bindweed is its extensive root system. The most effective organic method is to meticulously dig out as much of the root system as you possibly can. Constantly removing any new growth as soon as it appears will gradually deplete the root's energy reserves. Covering the affected area with black plastic or thick cardboard can also help block out light and eventually kill the plant. Alright, let's chat about clover. You'll recognize it by its distinctive three-lobed leaves and little clusters of white or pinkish flowers. Clover is actually pretty beneficial for your soil as it fixes nitrogen, making it available for other plants. However, if you prefer a pure grass lawn, make sure your lawn is well fed with a good quality lawn fertilizer. Hand pulling can be effective for smaller areas, especially after rain when the soil is soft. Regular mowing, which removes the flower heads before they can set seed, can help to gradually reduce its presence. Next on our list is chickweed. This one is a low-growing, sprawling annual plant with small, oval-shaped leaves. It produces tiny little white, star-shaped flowers. Hand pulling is often very effective, especially if you catch it early. A hoe can also be your friend here. Just lightly skim the surface of the soil to uproot young chickweed seedlings. To prevent chickweed from taking hold, a good layer of organic mulch can work wonders in your garden beds. In lawns, maintaining a healthy, dense sward of grass will make it harder for chickweed to establish. Right, brace yourselves, because this next one can be a bit prickly to deal with, literally. We're talking about thistles. Identifying thistles is usually pretty easy thanks to those unmistakable spines. For individual thistle plants, digging them out can be very effective. Use a sturdy spade or a long weeding tool to dig down deep around the plant and lever it out. Dealing with creeping thistle is more of a challenge due to its spreading roots. Persistence is key with thistles. Don't let them get established, and tackle them as soon as you spot them. Chapter 7. Plantain problems, not the banana kind. This is a common lawn weed, also known as broadleaf plantain. It forms a low-growing rosette of broad, oval-shaped leaves. For individual plants or small patches, hand-pulling or digging them out with a narrow trowel or a weeding tool is a good option. Aerating your lawn can help to relieve soil compaction, making it less hospitable for plantain and healthier for your grass. Regular mowing will also prevent the plantain from setting seed. Maintaining a thick, healthy lawn is always your best defense against most lawn weeds, including this one. Alright, let's talk about a real spreader. A weed that can quickly form a dense carpet if you let it ground ivy. It's a low-growing, creeping perennial plant with scalloped or kidney-shaped leaves. Controlling ground ivy can be a bit of a battle. Persistent hand-pulling can work, but you need to be really diligent and try to trace back all the runners and remove every rooted section. Improving air circulation and sunlight to affected areas can make conditions less favorable for ground ivy. There are selective broadleaf herbicides that can be effective against ground ivy in lawns, but always follow the instructions to the letter. Now for a weed that often gets mistaken for a grass, but it's a whole different kettle of fish: nutsedge. It spreads by rhizomes and produces little tubers or nutlets on its roots. If you only have a few nutsedge plants, you can try digging them out. Improving soil drainage can help make conditions less favorable for nutsedge over the long term. There are some specific herbicides formulated to control sedges, so if you go down that route, make sure you get the right product. Persistence is absolutely crucial with nutsedge. It's not a weed that gives up easily. Last but certainly not least on our common weed tour, we have creeping Charlie. It spreads vigorously by sending out stolons or runners that creep along the surface of the soil and root down at the nodes. Persistent hand pulling is your first port of call. Increasing sunlight and improving air circulation in affected areas can help make the environment less hospitable for creeping Charlie. Maintaining a thick, healthy lawn will also provide competition. If you're considering chemical controls, look for broadleaf herbicides that specifically list creeping Charlie or ground ivy on their label. Phew! And there we have it, folks. A whirlwind tour of 10 common garden weeds and how you can start to get the upper hand. From dandelions to bindweed and crabgrass, we've covered a fair bit of ground, haven't we? Remember, successful weed control is knowing what you're dealing with, choosing the right method, and persistence. Don't get disheartened. Gardening is an ongoing conversation with nature. Hopefully, you're now feeling more confident about tackling those unwanted visitors. Whether pulling and digging or using mulch, there's always something you can do. Enjoy your garden. Dealing with weeds is just part of creating a beautiful space. Right then, that's all from me, Albert, at the Great North Gardener for this episode. I hope you found this guide helpful. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if there are any other pesky weeds you're struggling with. Thanks for watching. Happy gardening, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now. Welcome back, Green Thumbs. Before you go, let's dive into an essential topic that can make your gardening journey even more rewarding: organic weed control methods. Not only are these techniques kinder to the environment, but they also help maintain the natural balance in your garden. So, let's explore some tips and tricks for keeping those pesky weeds at bay naturally. First up, consider using mulch. Organic mulches like straw, wood chips, or even grass clippings can create a barrier that prevents weed seeds from germinating. Plus, as they break down, they add valuable nutrients to your soil. Next, try companion planting. Certain plants like marigolds and basil can deter weeds and pests when planted alongside your vegetables. This not only helps with weed control, but also promotes a healthier garden overall. Hand pulling and hoeing are classic methods that never go out of style. Ensure you remove the entire root to prevent regrowth. For larger areas, a flame weeder can be a great tool to zap weeds without chemicals. Lastly, keep your soil healthy. A well-maintained garden with rich, fertile soil is less likely to be overrun by weeds. Regularly adding compost and practicing crop rotation can work wonders. Remember, patience and consistency are key. Organic weed control may take a bit more effort, but the results are worth it. A thriving, vibrant garden free of harmful chemicals. That's it for today. I hope these organic methods inspire you to tackle your garden weeds naturally. If you have any organic tips or success stories, share them in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode of The Great North Gardener. Happy gardening and see you next time. Welcome back, garden enthusiasts. In this segment, let's delve into a topic that's crucial for the health of your garden ecosystem: the impact of weeds on garden biodiversity. While some weeds might seem harmless, they can significantly affect the growth of other plants and disrupt the delicate balance of your garden. Weeds often compete with your plants for essential resources like water, sunlight, and nutrients. This competition can stunt the growth of your beloved flowers, fruits, and vegetables. For example, aggressive weeds like bindweed and Japanese knotweed can quickly overtake garden beds, leaving little room for other plants to thrive. Moreover, certain weeds can alter the soil composition, making it less hospitable for other plants. For instance, some weeds release chemicals into the soil that inhibit the growth of nearby plants, a phenomenon known as allelopathy. This can be particularly problematic in gardens with a diverse range of plant species. So, what can gardeners do to manage this? Firstly, regular monitoring and early intervention are key. Catching weeds before they become a major problem can save you a lot of trouble down the line. Hand pulling and hoeing, as mentioned earlier, are effective for small infestations. For larger areas, consider using cover crops. These plants can outcompete weeds and improve soil health at the same time. Another strategy is to maintain dense plantings. By keeping your garden beds full, you leave less room for weeds to establish themselves. Finally, fostering a healthy garden ecosystem can naturally keep weed populations in check. Encourage beneficial insects and microorganisms by avoiding chemical pesticides and using organic matter to enrich your soil. Understanding the role of weeds in your garden's biodiversity is essential for maintaining a balanced and thriving ecosystem. By managing weeds thoughtfully, you can ensure that all your plants have the best chance to flourish. That's all for today's segment. If you found this information helpful, give us a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated with all our gardening tips and tricks. Until next time, happy gardening. Welcome back, garden warriors. Let's take a moment to recap the key points we've discussed in this video. We've explored the various types of weeds that can invade your garden and the best methods to control them. From the stubborn dandelions and the relentless crabgrass to the thorny thistles and the creeping Charlie, each weed presents its own unique challenge. Remember, for dandelions, hand pulling and ensuring you get the root is crucial. Crabgrass can be tackled with pre-emergent herbicides and regular mowing. For those thorny thistles, wearing gloves and using a weeding tool will save your hands from a prickly fate. And don't forget, creeping Charlie requires persistence and possibly a selective herbicide to keep it at bay. We've also touched on natural weed control methods, like using cover crops to outcompete weeds, and maintaining dense plantings to leave no room for these unwelcome guests. Plus, fostering a healthy garden ecosystem can naturally keep weed populations in check. Understanding the impact of weeds on garden biodiversity is essential for maintaining a balanced and thriving ecosystem. By managing weeds thoughtfully, you can ensure that all your plants have the best chance to flourish. Now, it's time to take action. Get out there and reclaim your garden. Whether you're pulling weeds by hand, using natural methods, or employing a bit of chemical help, every effort counts. Your garden is a reflection of your hard work and dedication, and with these tips, you're well on your way to a weed-free paradise. So, grab your gloves, your weeding tools, and your determination. Let's make those gardens beautiful and bountiful. If you found this video helpful, give us a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated with all our gardening tips and tricks. Until next time, happy gardening. Right then. Hello and welcome to the Great North Gardener. If you've stumbled upon us, you're probably thinking, my garden's a bit, well, compact. Or perhaps I'd quite like to grow things. But where does one begin without, acres of land? Well, you're in precisely the right place. Here, we're all about helping you start, and indeed create a rather splendid garden for your home, even if your home for the plants is a collection of pots on a balcony. It's amazing what you can achieve with a bit of soil and a suitable container, really. We'll be looking at some rather obliging veggies that positively thrive in containers. And because we like a bit of ambition, we'll even touch upon a couple of fruit trees that can be perfectly happy in a pot. Things like the rather delightful Maya lemon and its zesty cousin, the lime. It's all about making the most of the space you have, you see. So prepare to be mildly amazed, or at least reasonably informed. Let's get started, shall we? Right, kicking things off at number 1, and it's a classic for a reason, the tomato. Now, you might think of tomatoes sprawling all over an allotment, a rather unruly affair, but they are, in fact, fantastically well suited to container gardening. The key, as with many things in life, is choosing the right sort of tomato for your pot-based ambitions. Some are compact and bushy, others like to climb, a bit like people really. Determinate or bush tomatoes grow to a certain, more manageable size, produce their fruit pretty much all at once, and then they're done. Indeterminate ones, on the other hand, will keep growing and fruiting until something like frost tells them to stop. Cherry tomatoes are often a brilliant bet for pots, prolific and generally less demanding. Tomatoes are quite hungry and thirsty plants, so a decent-sized pot is crucial. Good quality potting compost is essential, something with a bit of oomph to it. And they are absolute sun worshippers, so find them the sunniest spot you have. 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight is the dream. Once they start flowering, a weekly dose of liquid tomato food, something high in potash, will encourage more flowers and, consequently, more fruit. A true container champion, the tomato. Coming in at a very respectable number 2 is lettuce. Now, lettuce might not have the immediate glamour of a sun-ripened tomato, but for sheer speed and convenience in a container, it's jolly hard to beat. It grows remarkably quickly, which is always encouraging, especially if you're a bit impatient like, well, some of us. And the best part is that many varieties can be harvested multiple times. You just snip off what you need, and it keeps on giving. There's a surprising array of lettuce types that are perfectly happy in pots. You've got your cut-and-come-again loose-leaf varieties, which are probably the easiest and most productive for containers. Lettuce isn't as demanding as tomatoes when it comes to pot size. You can get away with shallower containers, say 6 to 8 inches deep, especially for the loose-leaf types. Unlike tomatoes, lettuce doesn't demand full baking sun all day. In fact, in hotter climates, a bit of afternoon shade can be a real blessing, preventing them from bolting. For a continuous supply, the clever trick is succession sowing. Plant a small batch every couple of weeks. Whether it's for a quick sandwich, a side salad, or even a fancy garnish, homegrown lettuce from a pot is a simple joy. Peppers add a kick or sweetness to your container garden. Sweet bell peppers and hot chili peppers thrive in containers. They add vibrant color to patios or balconies. Choose compact varieties for bell peppers. Chilies offer endless options. Peppers need 6 to 8 hours of sunlight. Use 5-gallon pots for best results. Water regularly and use tomato feed. Freshly picked peppers are unmatched in flavor. Growing peppers in pots is rewarding. Chapter 4, Number 4, Radishes, Rapid Results from a Pot. Now for something that offers almost instant gratification, which is always nice. At number 4, we have radishes. These little chaps are absolute speed demons in the vegetable world. From sowing the seed to pulling up a crunchy, peppery root can take as little as 3 to 4 weeks, which is quite astonishing when you think about it. This makes them absolutely perfect for container gardening, especially if you're a beginner, or if you have children who might appreciate seeing results rather quickly. There's a surprising variety of radishes beyond the familiar little red globes. You can find elongated French breakfast types, which are lovely and mild, spicy black Spanish radishes, or even white icicle-shaped ones. Many of these are perfectly happy to grow in relatively small pots, or even window boxes. Consistent moisture is key for radishes. If they dry out, they can become woody or bolt. Sowing radish seeds is as easy as pie. The reward for this minimal effort: crisp, peppery little globes of goodness. Growing radishes in containers is a brilliant way to get a quick win in the garden. Chapter 5, Number 5, Spinach, the potted powerhouse. Halfway through our list, and at number 5 we have spinach. Popeye's favorite, and for good reason. This leafy green is an absolute nutritional powerhouse packed with vitamins and iron. And the good news is, it grows exceptionally well in containers, allowing you to have a fresh supply of these healthy leaves right on your doorstep. Much like lettuce, many spinach varieties can be harvested continuously, giving you more bang for your buck, or rather, more leaves for your pot. Spinach isn't overly fussy about pot size, but a container that's at least 6 to 8 inches deep and reasonably wide will give it enough room to flourish. While it can take full sun, especially in cooler weather, spinach often benefits from a bit of partial shade, particularly in the afternoon heat of summer. Consistent watering is important to keep it growing steadily. Dry soil is another trigger for bolting. For a continuous harvest, the cut-and-come-again method works brilliantly. The versatility of spinach is one of its great appeals. Having a pot of fresh spinach ready to pick means you're only ever moments away from adding a healthy, tasty element to your meals. Chapter 6, Number 6, Carrots Conquering Containers. All right, at number 6, we have a vegetable that you might not immediately associate with container gardening, but trust me, it can be done. And rather successfully too, carrots. There's a certain magic to pulling a perfectly formed carrot from the soil, even if that soil happens to be in a pot on your patio. The key, of course, is choosing the right varieties and giving them the right conditions. When it comes to choosing carrots for containers, you'll want to steer clear of the very long tapering varieties that need incredibly deep, loose soil. Instead, look for shorter, stump-rooted types like Chantenay or Nantais varieties. There are also round carrots, sometimes called Parisian carrots, like Paris market, which are almost spherical and absolutely ideal for shallower pots. The most crucial factor for growing carrots in containers is the depth of the pot and the quality of the soil. You'll need a container that's at least 12 inches deep, preferably a bit more, even for the shorter varieties, to allow the roots to develop properly. Sowing carrot seeds requires a bit of patience and a gentle touch, as the seeds are tiny. The taste of a freshly pulled, homegrown carrot is remarkably sweet and earthy. Growing carrots in pots might seem a bit ambitious, but it's a surprisingly rewarding challenge. Next up, at number 7, we have cucumbers. Cucumbers can thrive in containers with the right care. Encourage vertical growth to save space, ideal for balconies and small patios. Choose bush or vining varieties. Bush types are compact. Vining types need support. Use large pots and rich soil. Add compost for best results. Water regularly. Enjoy fresh cucumbers. Harvest often for more fruit. At number 8, we have an absolute stalwart of the vegetable garden, green beans. They adapt beautifully to container life. Whether you call them string beans, snap beans, or French beans, they're easy to grow and productive in pots. They don't demand much fuss and reward you with tender, tasty pods, a world away from store-bought ones. There are 2 main types, bush beans and pole beans. Bush beans are compact and don't need trellising. Pole beans need support to climb. A teepee of canes works well. For ease, bush beans are best in pots. They grow into compact bushes, typically 1 to 2 feet tall. A container 8 to 10 inches deep is ideal. Sow seeds easily and enjoy a big harvest. Pick regularly once they start producing. Nearing the end of our vegetable tour, and at number 9, it's the incredibly resilient and rather fashionable kale. This leafy green is a superstar, lauded for its nutritional benefits, and it's perfectly happy growing in a container. Kale is remarkably hardy, able to withstand cold, meaning you can harvest fresh leaves almost year-round. There's a wonderful variety of kale types to choose from, each with its own distinct look and texture. You have the classic curly kale, with its frilly leaves, which is great for adding bulk to dishes. Then there's lacinato kale, also known as dinosaur kale, with darker, flatter leaves and a slightly sweeter flavor. Red Russian kale, with its purplish stems and tender leaves, is another excellent choice. Kale isn't overly fussy about its accommodation, but a decent-sized pot will allow it to develop into a good-sized plant. While kale will grow best in full sun, it's quite tolerant of partial shade. The harvesting method for kale is similar to spinach and some lettuces, the cut-and-come-again approach. Kale is incredibly versatile in the kitchen. Growing kale in a container ensures you always have super nutritious greens on hand, whatever the season. And finally, at number 10, we're venturing into the world of fruit with a rather special contender, the Meyer lemon tree. Meyer lemons are perfect for containers. They're smaller, more cold-tolerant, and have a sweeter, less acidic flavor. Dwarf varieties are especially good, staying compact while producing a good crop. Use a large pot with excellent drainage and ensure they get 6 to 8 hours of sunlight. Regular watering and feeding are essential for healthy growth. The reward? Beautiful blossoms and homegrown lemons. Well, there you have it. Our top 10 rundown of some rather brilliant vegetables and indeed a splendid fruit tree that you can quite happily grow in containers. From the humble radish, ready in a flash, to the slightly more involved but utterly rewarding Meyer lemon, there's a whole world of edible gardening that doesn't require a sprawling estate. It just goes to show, with a bit of thought, the right pot, and a modicum of care, you can produce some truly delicious things, even on a balcony or a small patio. It's all rather satisfying, isn't it? Now, we'd be awfully keen to hear what you think. Have you tried growing any of these in pots? Perhaps you have your own container champions that we haven't mentioned. Do let us know down in the comments section below. We actually read them, you know. And if you found this little tour mildly diverting, or even, dare I say, useful, then perhaps consider giving that like button a gentle prod, and maybe even subscribe to The Great North Gardener for more horticultural musings and practical pottering. The main thing, really, is to just have a go. Thanks for watching, and happy container gardening. Hello, and welcome to the Great North Gardener. I'm Albert, and today we're diving into making your garden amazing without emptying your wallet. We're talking 12 brilliant, budget-friendly tips that'll get your thumbs green and your bank balance happy. Whether you've got a massive back garden, a tiny balcony, or just a windowsill, there's something in here for you. We're going to cover everything from making your own super-powered soil food to nabbing free plants. So grab a cuppa, get comfy, and let's get stuck into making your gardening dreams a reality on a budget. First up on our thrifty gardening adventure, composting. It's dead easy and one of the best things you can do for your garden and your wallet. Think about all those kitchen scraps you normally just chuck in the bin. Instead of going to landfill, they can be transformed into black gold. By making your own compost, you're getting top-notch soil enricher for free. This homemade compost is packed full of nutrients that your plants will love. Tip number 2 is seed saving. This is a brilliant way to get plants for next to nothing. Instead of buying new seeds every season, collect and save seeds from your existing plants. For plants like beans, peas, or tomatoes, let some of the fruit or pods mature and dry out on the plant. Collect the seeds, make sure they're completely dry, and store them in a cool, dark place. Next spring, instead of rushing to the shops, go to your little seed stash. Let's talk about giving your plants a home without splashing out on fancy pots. DIY planters. Think outside the box. Old tires, Wellington boots, tin cans, wooden drawers, plastic bottles, or wooden pallets can be transformed into planters. The main thing to remember is drainage. Make sure your DIY creation has some holes in the bottom to let excess water escape. This is your chance to get creative, add personality to your garden, and save money. It's a fantastic way to recycle and repurpose things that might otherwise end up in landfill. So, before you buy a new pot, have a rummage and see what you can make. Let's chat about harvesting rainwater. It can be as simple as putting a bucket out when it rains. For a more serious setup, invest in a water butt that connects to your downpipe from your roof gutters. Using rainwater instead of tap water for your plants can make a real difference to your bills. Rainwater is often better for your plants than tap water, which can contain chlorine and other chemicals. It's a super simple, eco-friendly way to be a thrifty gardener. This next tip is all about community and sharing plant swaps. Swap plants, seedlings, cuttings, or seeds with other gardening enthusiasts. Find plant swaps through local gardening clubs, community groups, allotments, or online forums. Offer up some of your own extras and get something new and exciting in return. Plant swaps are a brilliant way to meet like-minded people, share gardening tips, and discover new plant varieties. Keep an eye out, or even suggest one to your mates. It's a fun and thrifty way to grow your garden. Let's talk about mulching. You can often get your mulch for free, straight from your own garden or neighborhood. Mulch helps to keep moisture in the soil, which means you don't have to water your plants as often. It's brilliant at suppressing weeds, reducing the need for chemical weed killers. As organic mulches break down, they release nutrients into the soil, improving its structure and fertility. So before you chuck those autumn leaves or grass clippings, think about using them as mulch. Your plants will be happier, you'll have fewer weeds, and you'll be saving water and money. Plant food and fertilizers can be expensive, but you can make your own using common household items and kitchen scraps. Banana peels are packed with potassium, which plants love. Chop them up and bury them near your plants. Coffee grounds add nitrogen and improve soil structure. Just sprinkle them around sparingly. Even the water you've used to boil eggs or vegetables contains nutrients that your plants can benefit from. Comfrey or nettle tea creates an incredibly nutrient-rich liquid feed. It's much better for the environment than synthetic stuff, and a brilliant way to be a thrifty gardener. This next tip is about propagation, taking cuttings. Take a piece of a plant, encourage it to grow roots, and you've got a new plant. Remove lower leaves, dip in rooting hormone, or place in water or compost. Multiply your favorite lavender plant, or create a row of rosemary bushes. Fill your garden, give plants to friends, or use them for plant swaps. Try propagation, It's gardening magic. Join or start a community garden if you're short on space. These are shared plots for growing fruit, veg, and flowers together. Share resources like tools, compost, and water. Learn from fellow gardeners of all experience levels. No garden nearby? Start one. It takes organizing, but the rewards are huge. It's about fresh produce and building community. Ask your local council or chat with neighbors. Community gardening is amazing and thrifty. Let's get creative with upcycling. Look at old unwanted items and think, how can I give this a new lease of life in my garden? Broken crockery can be used as crocks in the bottom of pots or to make a mosaic pathway. An old wooden ladder can become a tiered stand for small pots. Old colanders make fantastic hanging baskets, and old sinks or bathtubs can be turned into quirky planters. Upcycling saves you money, reduces waste, and adds a unique touch to your garden. Let's talk about natural pest control. There are loads of effective, budget-friendly, and eco-friendly ways to manage pests. Companion planting is where you plant certain things together because they help each other out. Marigolds deter nematodes, nasturtiums act as a trap crop for aphids, and basil repels flies. Encourage beneficial insects like ladybirds and lacewings by planting things they like. Simple tricks include using beer traps for slugs, soapy water for aphids, and copper tape around pots. Outwit those pesky critters the natural way. It's better in the long run and often free. Our final tip for budget-friendly gardening is seasonal planting. Working with the seasons is one of the smartest things you can do. Plants have their preferred growing times, and planting them when they naturally want to grow means more success with less effort and expense. Seasonal planting means your plants are more likely to be strong, healthy, and productive. Seeds and young plants for seasonal crops are often cheaper and more readily available when they're in season. Go with the flow of nature. It just makes sense. Happier plants, a happier you, and a happier wallet. And there we have it, folks. 12 awesome, budget-friendly gardening tips to help you create the garden of your dreams without breaking the bank. Gardening is all about experimenting, learning as you go, and having fun with it. Be resourceful, think creatively, and don't be afraid to get your hands a bit mucky. Share your successes, ask for advice, and maybe even swap a few plants. Get out there and start putting some of these thrifty tips into action. Thanks so much for watching, and happy gardening, everyone. Gap 3S. So, you're pumped and ready to start your thrifty gardening journey, but what about the tools? Don't worry, we've got you covered. In this bonus section, we'll show you how to create your own garden tools using everyday household items. Save money and get creative with these simple DIY projects. Gap 2S. First up, let's make a homemade watering can. All you need is an empty milk jug and a few small holes in the cap. Voila! You've got yourself a handy watering can perfect for those delicate seedlings. Gap 2S. Next, how about a DIY seed planter? Use an old muffin tin to create perfectly spaced holes in your soil. Just press it into the ground and you've got a ready-made planting guide. Gap 2S. Need a garden scoop? Cut the top off a plastic bottle, and you've got a lightweight, durable scoop for soil or mulch. It's that simple. Gap 2S. And for those pesky weeds, an old fork can be repurposed as a weeding tool. Just dig around the base of the weed and pull it out by the roots. Gap 2S. Lastly, don't forget about labeling your plants. Use old popsicle sticks or broken pieces of terracotta pots to make rustic, eco-friendly plant markers. Gap 2S. There you have it, folks. DIY garden tools that are easy on the wallet and fun to make. Get creative, recycle, and enjoy the process. Happy gardening, and see you next time. Gap 3S. Now that you've got your DIY garden tools ready, let's talk about timing. Welcome to our seasonal planting tips segment. Knowing when to plant different types of vegetables and flowers can make a huge difference in your garden's yield and save you a bundle. Gap 2S. First, let's talk about cool season crops like lettuce, peas, and radishes. These thrive in the cooler temperatures of early spring and fall. Plant them as soon as the soil can be worked in the spring, and you'll have fresh produce in no time. Gap 2S. On the flip side, warm season crops like tomatoes, peppers, and cucumbers need the heat of summer to flourish. Wait until the danger of frost has passed and the soil has warmed up before planting these. Gap 2S. But what about flowers? Annuals like marigolds and zinnias can be started indoors in late winter, and transplanted after the last frost. Perennials, on the other hand, are best planted in the fall, giving them time to establish roots before the winter sets in. Gap 2S. Don't forget about succession planting. By planting crops in intervals, you can enjoy a continuous harvest throughout the growing season. For example, plant a new row of carrots every few weeks to ensure a steady supply. Gap 2S. And here's a money-saving tip. Collect seeds from your plants at the end of the season. Store them in a cool, dry place, and you'll have seeds ready to go for next year's garden. Gap 2S. There you have it. Seasonal planting tips to help you get the most out of your garden. Happy planting, and see you in the next video. Gap 3S. Now that your garden is flourishing, let's talk about how to keep it that way without spending a fortune. Welcome to our Thrifty Garden Maintenance segment. Maintaining your garden on a budget is easier than you might think with these simple tips and tricks. Gap 2S. First, let's talk about fertilizing your plants. Instead of buying expensive fertilizers, use compost or make your own compost tea. Just steep compost in water for a few days, strain it, and then use the nutrient-rich liquid to feed your plants. Gap 2S. Next, consider mulching. Mulch helps retain moisture, suppress weeds, and enrich the soil as it breaks down. You can use free materials like grass clippings, leaves, or even newspaper. Just make sure to keep the mulch a few inches away from the plant stems to prevent rot. Gap 2S. Watering your garden can be another significant expense, but it doesn't have to be. Use a rain barrel to collect free water from the sky and water your plants in the early morning or late evening to reduce evaporation. Drip irrigation systems can also be an efficient way to water your plants and can be made from inexpensive materials. Gap 2S. Pest control doesn't have to cost a lot either. You can make your own insecticidal soap by mixing water and a few drops of dish soap. Spray it on your plants to keep pests at bay. Encouraging beneficial insects like ladybugs and lacewings can also help keep the pest population under control. Gap 2S. Regular pruning and deadheading are essential for keeping your plants healthy and productive. Use sharp, clean tools to remove dead or diseased parts of the plant and to shape them as needed. This will encourage new growth and prevent the spread of disease. Gap 2S. And finally, don't forget to keep an eye on your garden's health. Regularly inspect your plants for signs of stress or disease and address any issues promptly to prevent them from spreading. Gap 2S. There you have it. Thrifty garden maintenance tips to keep your garden thriving without breaking the bank. Happy gardening, and see you in the next video. Unearthing the truth garden myths debunked. Upbeat, gentle music begins. Hello and welcome to the Great North Gardener. Today, we venture into the folklore of the gardening world. For generations, advice has been passed down, but how much of it is true? This guide helps you discern genuine horticultural truths from myths. Our mission is to cultivate beautiful plants and a deeper understanding of nature. We'll examine 10 prevalent garden myths with a spirit of discovery. Think of this as an expedition into the undergrowth of assumption. It's about fostering an intuitive link with the green world around us. Prepare to have some long-held notions gently challenged. We'll look at everything from talking to plants to the soil beneath our feet. By the end, you'll be equipped with knowledge to nurture your garden effectively. Let us begin this exploration. Music fades out. The silent symphony. Do plants hear our words? The charming notion that talking to plants helps them grow is endearing. However, plants do not possess auditory organs to hear us. Growth is influenced by light, water, and soil, not our words. The act of talking means we spend more time caring for them, which benefits the plants. So continue your garden chats if they bring you joy. Your presence is the real magic. The clay conundrum, sand's deceptive promise. Adding sand to clay soil can worsen drainage issues, creating a concrete-like mixture. The genuine solution is incorporating organic matter like compost or aged manure. This improves soil structure, aeration, and drainage. Organic matter also enhances fertility and supports beneficial microorganisms. Patience and consistent effort turn problematic clay into a rich, workable medium. Sun, water, and whispers. The leaf scorch fallacy. Watering plants in the sun does not cause leaf scorch. Water droplets evaporate quickly, reducing any potential lensing effect. True sun scald is due to other factors like drought stress or disease. Watering at the base of plants is more efficient and reduces fungal risks. If plants are thirsty on a hot afternoon, a gentle watering is better than letting them wilt. Chapter 4. Nature's Arsenal. The truth about organic pesticides. Organic pesticides are not automatically harmless and can still be potent. Responsible application and integrated pest management, IPM, are key. IPM prioritizes preventative measures and uses pesticides as a last resort. Healthy soil and diverse plantings reduce the need for interventions. Even nature's arsenal requires respect and judicious handling. Chapter 5. The Perils of Plenty. When nurturing becomes harmful. Over-fertilizing can be as harmful as under-fertilizing, leading to toxic soil conditions. Excess fertilizer salts can cause root damage and nutrient imbalances. A soil test reveals existing nutrient levels and guides proper fertilization. Slow-release organic fertilizers provide a gentle, sustained supply of nutrients. Less is often more when it comes to fertilizing garden plants. Chapter 6. The Autumn Cut. A misguided tradition. Pruning in the fall can stimulate vulnerable new growth and increase infection risk. Late winter or early spring is the ideal time for major pruning. Spring flowering shrubs should be pruned after blooming. Research the specific needs of your plants for optimal pruning times. Proper timing ensures healthier, more resilient plants. Chapter 7. Drowning in Kindness. The Overwatering Deception. Overwatering can lead to root suffocation and damage. Signs of overwatering include yellowing leaves and root rot. Use the finger test to assess soil moisture before watering. Water deeply but less frequently to encourage deep root growth. Ensure pots have drainage holes and garden beds don't become waterlogged. Not all insects are pests. Many are beneficial. Pollinators like bees and butterflies are essential for plant reproduction. Predatory insects like ladybugs control pest populations naturally. Plant a variety of flowers to support beneficial insects. Avoid broad-spectrum pesticides to protect these allies. A balanced garden ecosystem relies on understanding and supporting beneficial insects. Routine tilling can destroy soil structure and beneficial organisms. No-till gardening preserves soil health and improves water retention. Add organic matter as a top dressing instead of tilling. No-till methods build organic matter content over time. This approach leads to healthier, more resilient gardens. Embrace no-till gardening for long-term soil health. Epsom salt is often touted as a garden cure-all. Most garden soils are not deficient in magnesium or sulfur. Adding unnecessary nutrients can cause imbalances and harm plants. Focus on good gardening practices and soil health. Use Epsom salt only if a soil test indicates a deficiency. Balanced fertilization and proper care are more effective. And so, our exploration through the undergrowth of garden myths comes to a close. We've gently uprooted 10 common misconceptions, replacing them with a clearer understanding of the delicate and fascinating science that governs our green spaces. From the silent world of plant communication to the complex life within the soil, we've seen that true horticultural success often lies not in old wives' tales, but in observing, understanding, and working in harmony with the natural processes that unfold all around us. Hopefully, this journey has not only debunked some fictions, but also deepened your appreciation for the intricate wonders of your garden. The path of a gardener is one of continuous learning and discovery. The knowledge we've shared today is a stepping stone, an invitation to look at your own garden with fresh eyes, to question, to experiment thoughtfully, and to build an even more profound connection with the plants you nurture. Every patch of earth, every potted plant, offers a unique opportunity to observe the rhythms of nature and to refine your own gardening craft. Embrace the successes, learn from the challenges, and remember that the greatest joy often comes from the journey itself. We sincerely hope this guide has been helpful and inspiring. Tell us what you think in the comments, perhaps share a garden myth you've encountered, or a success story born from understanding what truly works. And if you've enjoyed unearthing these truths with us, please do like this video and subscribe to The Great North Gardener for more insights into creating the garden of your dreams. Thank you for joining us, and happy gardening. As we wrap up our journey through garden myths, let's take a moment to explore a proven technique that can truly enhance your gardening experience: companion planting. This age-old practice involves planting different crops in close proximity to each other, creating a symbiotic relationship that benefits both plants. From deterring pests to improving soil health, companion planting offers a natural and effective way to boost your garden's productivity. Imagine a vibrant garden where basil grows alongside tomatoes, repelling harmful insects while enhancing the flavor of your harvest. Or picture marigolds interspersed with your vegetables, their bright blooms acting as a natural pest deterrent. These are just a few examples of how companion planting can transform your garden into a thriving ecosystem. By understanding and implementing companion planting, you can create a more resilient and productive garden, all while reducing the need for chemical interventions. So as you continue your gardening journey, consider experimenting with this technique and discover the harmonious relationships that can flourish in your garden. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening adventure. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more gardening tips and insights from the Great North Gardener. Happy gardening. As we delve deeper into the world of gardening, let's take a moment to understand one of the most crucial aspects of a healthy garden: soil health. The foundation of every thriving garden lies beneath the surface, in the rich, complex world of soil. Healthy soil is teeming with life, from beneficial microorganisms to essential nutrients that plants need to grow strong and resilient. Imagine your garden's soil as a bustling city, where each component plays a vital role in maintaining balance and productivity. By focusing on soil health, you can ensure that your plants receive the nutrients they need, improve water retention, and even reduce the risk of diseases. Simple practices like composting, mulching, and crop rotation can significantly enhance soil quality, creating a thriving environment for your plants. So, as you nurture your garden, remember to pay attention to the soil beneath your feet. A healthy garden starts with healthy soil. Thank you for joining us on this journey to uncover the secrets of successful gardening. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more tips and insights from the Great North Gardener. Happy gardening. As we continue our journey through the wonders of gardening, let's shine a light on the unsung heroes of our garden's pollinators. These incredible creatures, ranging from bees and butterflies to birds and bats, play a crucial role in the life cycle of plants. They are nature's matchmakers, transferring pollen from one flower to another, enabling plants to reproduce and bear fruit. Imagine your garden as a vibrant, interconnected web, where each pollinator contributes to the overall health and productivity of the ecosystem. Without them, many of the fruits, vegetables, and flowers we cherish would struggle to thrive. By creating a pollinator-friendly garden, you can support these vital creatures. Planting a variety of native flowers, providing water sources, and avoiding harmful pesticides are just a few ways to attract and protect pollinators. So, as you nurture your garden, remember to also nurture the pollinators who make it all possible. Together, we can create a thriving, balanced garden that benefits both plants and pollinators alike. Thank you for joining us on this journey to uncover the secrets of successful gardening. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more tips and insights from the Great North Gardener. Happy gardening. All right, you lovely lot, and a massive hello and welcome to the Great North Gardener. My name's Albert, and today, oh boy, have I got a treat for you. We're diving headfirst into the wonderful, and sometimes a bit spiky world of roses. But not just any roses, oh no. We're talking about growing stunning roses even in chilly northern climates. Sounds bonkers, right? Roses in the cold? But trust me, it's doable, and I'll show you how. This video is your ultimate how-to guide. Let's get those gardens looking incredible, shall we? Right then, let's crack on. Right then, first things first, if you want roses that are going to absolutely smash it up north, you've got to pick the right teammates, haven't you? Not all roses are created equal, especially when it comes to dealing with a bit of a nip in the air or a proper frosty morning. Some are delicate little divas, and others are proper tough cookies. We, my friends, are looking for the tough cookies, the horticultural SAS of the rose world, if you will. These are the varieties that laugh in the face of a bit of cold. So, what are we talking about here? Well, you'll want to look for roses specifically labeled as hardy. Think of things like shrub roses, rugosa roses. Those guys are practically indestructible, seriously. Canadian Explorer Series roses are another brilliant shout. They were literally bred for cold climates, so they know what they're doing. David Austin. English roses can also be surprisingly tough, but always check the specific variety's hardiness rating. It's usually on the label, or you can ask at the garden centre. Alright team, we've picked our champion roses, but even the toughest rose needs a good home. Soil preparation is key. Think of a rich, crumbly chocolate cake texture. The secret ingredient is organic matter, well-rotted manure, garden compost, leaf mold. This will improve your soil structure. Soil's prepped and looking gorgeous, like a 5-star hotel bed for our roses. Now for the main event, getting those beauties into the ground. Timing is key. Plant in late autumn or early spring. Autumn planting lets roots establish before winter. Spring planting gets them going as it warms up. Avoid planting in scorching summer or when the ground is frozen or waterlogged. Water-potted roses an hour before planting. Tease out circling roots to help them spread in their new home. Chapter 4. Alright, our roses are in the ground, looking all snug and promising. But just like us, they need a good drink to keep them happy, especially when they're getting established and during those warmer, drier spells. Watering seems simple, right? Just point the hose and go. Well, yes and no. There's a bit of an art to watering roses correctly, especially in our varied northern climate where one week it's chucking it down and the next it's surprisingly sunny. The golden rule for watering roses is to water deeply and less frequently, rather than a little bit every day. When you water deeply, you encourage the roots to grow deeper into the soil to search for moisture. Deeper roots mean a more resilient plant, one that's better able to cope with dry spells and, you guessed it, those chilly winters. If you only give them a light sprinkle on the surface, the roots will stay shallow, making the plant much more vulnerable. So, how much is deeply? Well, you want the water to penetrate at least 12 to 18 inches down into the soil. For a newly planted rose, you'll probably need to water it every 2 to 3 days for the first few weeks, unless it's been raining cats and dogs, of course. Chapter 5. Alright, plant parents, let's talk about something that often scares new rose growers, but is actually one of the most brilliant things you can do for your plants: pruning. It might seem a bit brutal, taking the secateurs to your beloved roses, like giving them a super short haircut they didn't ask for. But trust me, proper pruning is like a spa day for your roses. It encourages fresh new growth, more flowers, better air circulation, which means fewer diseases, and helps maintain a nice shape. It's basically magic. Now, the main pruning session for most roses, especially up north, happens in late winter or early spring. We're talking late February to early April, just as the worst of the frosts are over, but before the plant bursts into vigorous growth. You're looking for when the little buds on the stem start to swell, but haven't quite opened. Pruning too early can expose new cuts to frost damage, and pruning too late means you're cutting off growth the plant has already wasted energy on. So, timing is key, as always. What are we actually aiming to do when we prune? Well, first off, you want to remove any dead, damaged, or diseased wood. These are the bits that are brown or black, look a bit manky, or are clearly broken. Chapter 6. Right then, our roses are planted, watered, and beautifully pruned. They're looking sharp, but to really get them to perform like the superstars they are, to produce those masses of stunning, fragrant blooms we all dream of, they need food. Roses are quite hungry, fellas, proper greedy guts, especially during their growing and flowering season. So regular fertilizing is an absolute must if you want to see them at their blooming best. Think of fertilizer as a power-packed meal for your roses. It provides them with all the essential nutrients they need to grow strong stems, healthy leaves, and most importantly, loads and loads of flowers. The main nutrients they crave are nitrogen for leafy growth, phosphorus for strong roots and flower production, and potassium for overall plant health and flower quality. You'll often see these represented as NPK on fertilizer packaging. There are loads of different types of rose food out there. You can get specialized rose fertilizers, which are formulated with the perfect balance of nutrients for roses. Alright, green-fingered warriors, we've done so much to make our roses happy, but sometimes uninvited guests turn up to the party. I'm talking about pests, aphids, black spot, powdery mildew, the usual suspects that can try and spoil our rosy ambitions. But don't you worry, we're not going to let them win. With a few clever tricks and a bit of vigilance, we can keep these nuisances under control and our roses looking absolutely fabulous. First up, the dreaded aphids. those tiny little green or black flies that love to suck the sap out of fresh new shoots and flower buds. You'll often find them clustered on the tips of the stems. One of the easiest and most eco-friendly ways to deal with them is a strong jet of water from your hose. Just blast them off. They're not very good climbers, so many won't make it back. You can also squish them with your fingers if you're not too squeamish. Very satisfying, I must say. Right then, we're really getting into the nitty-gritty of top-tier rose care now. And one of the simplest, yet most brilliant things you can do for your roses, especially in our challenging northern climates, is mulching. Think of mulch as a cozy blanket for the soil around your roses. It does so many good things. It's like a multitasking superhero for your garden beds. Honestly, if you're not mulching, you're missing a trick. So what exactly is mulch? Well, it's basically any material that you spread on top of the soil surface. We're primarily talking about organic mulches here. Things like well-rotted garden compost, leaf mold, shredded bark, wood chips, or even straw. These organic mulches not only do all the good stuff we're about to talk about, but they also slowly break down and improve the soil structure and fertility over time. Bonus. One of the biggest benefits of mulching is moisture retention. Alright, my hardy northern gardeners, this chapter is absolutely crucial for us. We've chosen tough roses, we've planted them deep, but when those proper northern winters roll in, with biting winds, deep freezes and heavy snow, our beloved roses might still need a bit of extra help to see them through safely. Winter protection is all about giving them the best possible chance to survive the onslaught and bounce back beautifully in spring. It's like building a little fortress for each rose. The first line of defense, as we've mentioned, is choosing hardy varieties and planting the graft union, if it's a grafted rose, a few inches below soil level. This already gives them a massive advantage. Good autumn cleanup is also important. Remove any fallen leaves from around your roses, especially if they had any signs of disease like black spot during the summer. Right then, we've covered so much, from picking the perfect rose to tucking it in for winter. But growing stunning roses isn't just about those big seasonal jobs. It's also about the little bits of regular TLC, the ongoing maintenance that keeps them looking their best and performing like champions all year round. Think of it as the daily or weekly check-ins, the little attentions that make all the difference. This is what separates a good rose garden from a truly spectacular one. One of the most rewarding regular tasks is deadheading. That's a fancy term for removing spent flowers. Once a rose bloom has faded and started to look a bit sad and droopy, snip it off. You usually cut back to the first 5-leaflet leaf, making your cut just above an outward-facing bud if possible. Why do this? Well, it stops the plant from putting energy into producing seeds, rose hips, and instead encourages it to produce more flowers. So, regular deadheading means more blooms for longer. It also keeps the plant looking tidy. And there we have it, folks. 10 pro tips to grow stunning roses, even in chilly northern climates. From picking the perfect variety and prepping your soil, to pruning like a pro and winter protection, we've covered a lot today. I hope this guide has inspired you to create your own rose paradise. Remember, gardening is about experimenting and learning as you go. Don't be disheartened if things don't go perfectly. Even experienced gardeners have their moments. Observe your plants, give them what they need and enjoy the process. The beauty of a blooming rose is a special thing, especially up north. I'm chuffed you joined me, so get out there and get those hands dirty. I'd love to see your rose adventures and hear about your successes or challenges. Tell us in the comments and like and subscribe. It helps the channel and you won't miss more tips from the Great North Gardener. Until next time, happy gardening and may your roses be ever blooming. Hello and welcome to the Great North Gardener. I'm Albert and today we're diving into building your very own DIY greenhouse. This video is your ultimate how-to guide, breaking down the process into 10 manageable chunks. We'll cover everything from picking the perfect spot to adding those final touches. So grab a cuppa and get ready to transform a patch of your garden into a plant paradise. Let's get stuck in and start planning your amazing new greenhouse. First things first, we need to talk about where your greenhouse is going to live. You're looking for the prime spot in your garden that gets the most sunshine throughout the day. Ideally, you want a spot that gets at least 6 hours of direct sunlight, especially during the growing months. Also, consider drainage. You don't want your greenhouse turning into a mini paddling pool every time it rains. Think about practicality. Is the spot easy to get to with a wheelbarrow? Is it sheltered from strong winds? Pick that perfect plot. It's the foundation of your greenhouse success. You found the perfect spot. Now for the fun bit, designing your greenhouse. There are loads of design options, from freestanding greenhouses to lean-tos and hoop houses. Think about what fits your garden aesthetic and your budget. For the frame, wood is a classic choice, but aluminium and PVC are also great options. For the glazing, polycarbonate panels are tough and provide good insulation, while plastic sheeting is budget-friendly. Sketch out some ideas and decide what's going to be your perfect plant palace. Let your imagination run wild, but keep it practical. Design sorted, location picked, it's time to go shopping. First up, the frame material. Calculate your lengths carefully and maybe get a little extra. You'll need a whole load of fixings: screws, nuts, bolts, washers, brackets. Next up is your glazing material. Measure twice, cut once, and buy enough to cover your whole frame. Don't forget the door. You'll need hinges, a handle, and maybe a latch or bolt. For the base, you might need gravel, paving slabs, or materials for a concrete footing. Make a list, check it twice, and get ready to build. With all our materials gathered, it's time to prepare the ground. Mark out the area where your greenhouse will sit using pegs and string. Clear the area of any grass, weeds, rocks, or debris. Level the ground using a long spirit level and a straight piece of timber. For the foundation, a gravel base is simple and cost-effective. Another option is using paving slabs for a solid, neat floor. For a more permanent solution, consider a concrete slab or footings. A solid foundation makes for a happy greenhouse. It's time to start building the frame. This is where your greenhouse really starts to take shape. Whether you're using wood, aluminium, or PVC, the basic principles are similar. Construct the wall sections flat on the ground first, then lift them into position. Fix the walls to your prepared base and join them together at the corners. Ensure everything is plumb using your spirit level. For the roof, build roof trusses and fix them to the top of your wall frames. If you're building a lean-to, your roof will slope down from the supporting wall. It's all coming together. The skeleton of your greenhouse is up, looking good. Now we need to think about ventilation. Install the door and any windows or vents. Proper ventilation is vital for a healthy greenhouse environment. Roof vents are great because hot air naturally rises, so they let the warmest air escape. Side vents can help create a good through draft. Some people even go for automatic vent openers that work on temperature. Pretty clever stuff. Frame up, door on, vents in place. Your greenhouse is really looking like a greenhouse now. The next big step is to give it its skin, the glazing that's going to trap all that lovely sunshine and warmth. If you're using plastic sheeting, unroll it carefully and drape it over the frame. Fix it along one edge first, using wooden battens or a staple gun. For hoop houses, use wiggle wire for a tight, professional finish. If you're using polycarbonate panels, fix them using glazing bars or clips. Ensure all edges are sealed to keep the weather out and the warmth in. The outside is pretty much done. Now, let's think about the inside. Adding some shelving and benches can make a massive difference to how you use the space. Shelving is brilliant for smaller pots, seed trays, and for keeping things off the floor. Benches provide a solid work surface and a place for larger pots or grow bags. Plan the layout to suit how you think you'll work in there. Consider the materials for your shelves and benches. Wood or metal are great options. Think about pathways too to make moving around much easier. Your greenhouse is built, glazed, and kitted out, but there's one more crucial system to consider: ventilation. Good ventilation is key to preventing your greenhouse from getting too hot. The simplest form of ventilation is just opening the door and any windows or vents. Roof vents are particularly effective because hot air rises. Automatic vent openers are a great option for maintaining a stable temperature. For larger greenhouses, consider installing an electric fan for better air circulation. Make sure you have a plan for keeping your plants cool and happy when the sun is blazing. We are on the home stretch. Your DIY greenhouse is built, and it's time for those final touches. Think about things that will make your greenhouse even more functional and enjoyable. A thermometer is a must-have to keep an eye on the conditions. Consider installing a water butt nearby to collect rainwater for your plants. Inside, add hooks for hanging tools or even hanging baskets. Regularly check your greenhouse structure and keep the glazing clean. A little bit of regular care will ensure your greenhouse serves you well for many growing seasons. And there we have it, folks. 10 steps to building your very own DIY greenhouse. I hope this guide has inspired you and shown you that it's totally achievable. Imagine all the amazing things you're going to grow in there. The possibilities are endless. Thanks so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Happy building and happy gardening. Before we wrap up, let's dive into some essential seasonal maintenance tips to keep your greenhouse in top shape year-round. First, as the seasons change, it's crucial to give your greenhouse a thorough cleaning. Remove any dead plants, debris, and algae from the surfaces. Next, inspect the structure for any damages or wear and tear, and make necessary repairs. Check your ventilation system to ensure it's functioning properly, and clean the vents and fans to maintain good airflow. Lastly, consider changing the position of your plants to optimize light exposure as the sun's angle shifts throughout the year. With these simple steps, your greenhouse will stay a thriving oasis for all your gardening adventures. Happy maintaining. Now that your greenhouse is up and running, let's explore some advanced techniques to maximize your yield and efficiency. First up, hydroponics. This soil-less growing method can significantly boost plant growth and reduce water usage. Next, consider integrating automated systems for irrigation, temperature control, and even plant monitoring. These smart solutions can save you time and ensure optimal growing conditions. Lastly, explore vertical gardening to maximize space and increase your plant variety. By implementing these advanced techniques, you can take your greenhouse gardening to the next level. Happy growing. Every greenhouse faces challenges. In this chapter, we'll troubleshoot common issues like pests, mold, and temperature control, providing you with practical solutions to keep your plants thriving. First, let's tackle pests. Introducing beneficial insects like ladybugs can help keep harmful pests at bay. For mold, ensure proper ventilation and consider natural fungicides. Temperature control can be managed with automated systems or simple solutions like shade cloths and heaters. By addressing these common issues, you can maintain a healthy, productive greenhouse environment. Remember, every problem has a solution. Timing is everything in gardening. This chapter will guide you through a planting calendar tailored for greenhouse conditions, ensuring you plant the right crops at the right time for optimal growth. The world of greenhouse technology is ever evolving. In this final chapter, we'll look at the latest innovations and trends that are shaping the future of greenhouse gardening. From smart sensors to sustainable materials, the possibilities are endless. Hello everybody, what is going on? Welcome back to Great North Gardener. I'm so excited you're here. I'm even more jazzed about today's topic because we're diving into the fantastic world of climbing plants. Get this, we're not just talking about any plants, oh no, we're about to unlock the secrets of growing climbing plants that give you both food and flowers. That's right, double the reward, double the fun. Whether you're a seasoned gardener or just starting out, get ready for loads of tips and tricks. Let's get growing. First up, we have the passion flower. Now, if you want a showstopper in your garden, this is it. Seriously, the flowers look like they're straight out of some tropical paradise. They've got these crazy cool colors and patterns, purples, blues, whites, you name it. And the best part, they produce these sweet egg-shaped fruits called passion fruits. You can eat them fresh, make juice, or even add them to desserts for a zingy kick. Now, passion flowers love a good sunbathing session, so make sure you plant them in a spot that gets at least 6 hours of sunshine a day. They're not too fussy about soil, but good drainage is key, all right? You don't want soggy roots. Oh, and one more thing. These bad boys love to climb, so give them a trellis, pergola, or even a fence to latch onto. Trust me, when those vibrant flowers start blooming and those exotic fruits start popping up, you'll be thanking me. All right, let's talk honeysuckle. If you're a fan of amazing smells, then you're gonna love this one. Honeysuckle flowers are like little perfume factories, releasing the sweetest fragrance, especially in the evenings. It's like aromatherapy right in your backyard. But here's the thing, not all honeysuckles are created equal when it comes to edible berries. Some varieties have poisonous berries, so make sure you do your research and pick a variety that's safe to eat. Now, honeysuckles are pretty low maintenance. They can handle some shade, but they bloom best in full sun. They're not too picky about soil either. But like our friend the passion flower, they need good drainage. And yeah, they love to climb, so give them something to climb on, like an arbor or a pergola. Imagine sitting under a honeysuckle-covered arbor, the sweet scent filling the air. Pure bliss. Now we're moving on to something a bit different. The kiwi vine. Yeah, you heard me right. The same kiwi you find in the grocery store can be grown in your backyard. Now these guys can get big, like really big, so they need a sturdy support system. Think strong pergolas, arbors, or even a dedicated fence. And here's the kicker, you'll need both a male and female plant to get those delicious fruits. It's like a kiwi matchmaking service. But trust me, the effort is worth it. Imagine biting into a juicy homegrown kiwi, bursting with flavor. Plus, the vines themselves are pretty cool, with their fuzzy stems and those iconic heart-shaped leaves. Let's talk about a classic climber, the grapevine. Seriously, who doesn't love grapes? They're juicy, sweet, and you can turn them into all sorts of goodies like juice, jam, and even wine. Now, grapevines need plenty of sunshine and good air circulation to thrive. They're not fans of soggy roots either, so make sure your soil drains well, and don't be afraid to prune them back in the dormant season. It might seem harsh, but it actually encourages more fruit production. Imagine, you'll be out there tending your vines, picking grapes straight off the vine and feeling like a true vintner. Next up, we've got climbing roses. Now, if you're looking to add a touch of romance and elegance to your garden, look no further. Climbing roses produce these stunning blooms that can range from classic red to delicate pinks, sunny yellows, and even pure white. And the best part is, they keep blooming throughout the season. Plus, you can use the rose hips, which are the fruit of the rose, to make tea, jam, and even skincare products. Now, roses do need a bit of TLC. They prefer well-drained soil, regular watering, and a good dose of sunshine. But with a little care and attention, they'll reward you with an abundance of beautiful blooms. Now let's talk about a plant that's both beautiful and delicious, the scarlet runner bean. This climber is a triple threat. It's got vibrant red flowers that attract pollinators, edible beans that taste delicious, and it even adds nitrogen to the soil, making it a great companion plant for other veggies. Talk about a multitasker. Now, scarlet runner beans need a good support system, like a trellis or a teepee to climb on. They also prefer full sun to partial shade and well-drained soil. And here's a tip pinch off the tips of the vines once they reach the top of your support structure. This will encourage bushier growth and more flowers, which means more beans for you. Alright, let's talk about a plant that's known for its intoxicating fragrance, jasmine. Seriously, the scent of jasmine is enough to transport you to a peaceful oasis. It's sweet, floral, and totally irresistible. You can find jasmine in a variety of colors, but the most common ones are white and yellow. And guess what? You can use jasmine flowers to make tea, perfumes, and even essential oils. Now, jasmine needs a bit of warmth and sunshine to thrive, so it's best suited for warmer climates. But don't worry, if you live in a cooler region, you can always grow jasmine in a pot and bring it indoors during the colder months. Next up, we have a plant that's known for its dramatic beauty, wisteria. Seriously, when wisteria blooms, it's like a waterfall of flowers cascading down from the sky. The blooms can range in color from purple and blue to pink and white, and they're often fragrant, filling the air with a sweet, grape-like scent. Now, wisteria can be a bit of a diva to grow. It needs a sturdy support system, like a pergola or an arbor, because it can get heavy, especially when it's in full bloom. It also needs well-drained soil and full sun to partial shade. But trust me, the effort is worth it. When that wisteria blooms, it's a sight you won't soon forget. Last but not least, let's talk about a plant that's sure to brighten up your garden, the black-eyed Susan vine. This climber is a real head-turner with its cheerful, daisy-like flowers that come in a variety of colors, including yellow, orange, and red. And the best part is, they bloom all summer long. Now, black-eyed Susan vines are super easy to grow. They're not too fussy about soil, but they do appreciate good drainage. They also prefer full sun to partial shade. And here's a tip. If you want to encourage bushier growth and more flowers, pinch back the tips of the vines when they're young. So there you have it. 9 amazing climbing plants that will bring you both beauty and bounty. I hope you enjoyed learning about these awesome climbers as much as I enjoyed sharing them with you. Now, I want to hear from you. Which one of these climbers are you most excited to grow in your garden? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more gardening tips and tricks. Until next time, happy gardening. Hello and welcome to the Great North Gardener. Looking to turn that little patch of grass into a vegetable haven? Well, you've come to the right place. In this video, we're diving headfirst into the wonderful world of raised bed gardening. Whether you're a seasoned green thumb or just starting out, I'm going to guide you through 12 easy-peasy vegetables that are practically begging to be grown in those lovely raised beds of yours. We're talking vibrant lettuces, plump tomatoes, crunchy cucumbers, the lot. Get ready for some serious veggie action. So grab yourself a cuppa, get comfy, and let's get this gardening party started. First up, we've got the king of quick greens lettuce. This leafy legend is a must-have for any beginner gardener. Not only is it super easy to grow, but it also absolutely thrives in the cozy confines of a raised bed. Plus, lettuce comes in a dazzling array of varieties, so you can create the salad of your dreams without even leaving your backyard. Just make sure it gets plenty of sunshine and water, and you'll be rewarded with a constant supply of crisp, fresh leaves. Trust me, once you've tasted homegrown lettuce, you'll never go back to those sad supermarket bags again. Instead of planting all your lettuce seeds at once, try sowing a few every couple of weeks. That way, you'll have a continuous harvest throughout the growing season. Next up, we're talking spinach, Popeye's favorite powerhouse. This leafy green is packed with nutrients and bursting with flavor. And guess what? It absolutely loves hanging out in raised beds. Spinach is another one of those super speedy growers, so you'll be enjoying its goodness in no time. Spinach prefers cooler temperatures, so it's a great crop to grow in the spring or fall. Just make sure it's got some shade during the hottest part of the day, and it'll reward you with an abundance of delicious leaves. Now, for all you impatient gardeners out there, let me introduce you to the radish, the king of quick crops. These little beauties can go from seed to plate in just a few weeks. Radishes are also incredibly easy to grow, especially in raised beds. They love loose, well-drained soil, and they're not too fussy about sunshine. Just scatter some seeds, water them regularly, and watch them go. They add a lovely peppery bite to salads, sandwiches, and even soups. Next on our list of raised bed superstars are carrots. These crunchy delights just love the loose, airy soil that raised beds provide, making them the perfect place to grow these buried treasures. There's nothing quite like pulling up a plump, juicy carrot that you've grown yourself. Carrots come in all shapes and sizes, from classic orange to vibrant purple, and even sunshine yellow. Now, let's talk about beets, the jewels of the garden. These vibrant root vegetables are not only delicious, but also incredibly good for you. Beets love loose, well-drained soil and a bit of sunshine. Just give them what they need, and they'll reward you with a bountiful harvest of sweet, earthy roots. You can eat the entire beetroot stems and leaves. Get ready for some vertical gardening action, because next up, we've got green beans. These climbing wonders are perfect for making the most of the space in your raised beds. Just give them a trellis or some canes to climb on, and they'll happily grow upwards, leaving plenty of room for other veggies. Green beans are also incredibly productive, so you'll be swimming in these crunchy pods in no time. And here's a bonus. Green beans are nitrogen fixers, improving the soil for other vegetables. Next up, we've got peas. Those little green pods of pure deliciousness. These little guys are another great choice for raised beds. Just give them some support to climb on, and they'll do the rest. Peas are a cool season crop, best grown in the spring or fall. They're packed with nutrients, making them a healthy and delicious addition to any meal. Now, let's talk about everyone's favorite red or yellow or orange or purple fruit, the mighty tomato. Tomatoes love the warm, well-drained soil of raised beds. Tomatoes can be a bit more high maintenance, but the reward is well worth the effort. To keep your tomato plants happy, make sure they get plenty of sunshine, water, and support. You'll also need to fertilize them regularly to keep them growing strong. Next on our list of raised bed superstars are cucumbers. These refreshing veggies love to sprawl, so giving them a raised bed with plenty of space to roam is like giving them a 5-star hotel. Just make sure they get plenty of sunshine and water, and they'll reward you with an abundance of crisp, juicy fruits. Try growing your cucumbers vertically to save space and prevent rotting. Get ready for a bumper crop, because next up, we've got zucchini, the vegetable that just keeps on giving. Zucchini plants are pretty easy to care for. Just make sure they get plenty of sunshine and water. And the best part is, zucchini is incredibly versatile in the kitchen. You can grill it, sauté it, stuff it, bake it into bread. The possibilities are endless. Next on our list of easy-to-grow veggies are bell peppers. These colorful characters love the warm, sunny environment of a raised bed. Bell peppers come in a rainbow of colors, from classic green to vibrant red, orange, yellow, and even purple. Just like tomatoes, bell peppers need plenty of sunshine and warmth to thrive. Last but not least, we've got onions, the humble bulb that's essential in countless recipes. Onions are surprisingly easy to grow in raised beds, and they're a great way to make the most of your space. You can start onions from seeds, sets, or transplants. Onions prefer loose, well-drained soil and plenty of sunshine. They're also relatively drought-tolerant, so you don't need to water them as often as some of the other veggies on our list. So there you have it, 12 easy-peasy vegetables that are perfect for growing in raised beds. Whether you're a seasoned gardener or just starting out, these veggies are sure to give you a bountiful harvest and a whole lot of satisfaction. What will you be planting in your very own raised bed garden of Eden? Let me know in the comments below. Happy gardening, everyone. Hello and welcome to the Great North Gardener, where you can find help in starting and creating a garden for your home. We'll delve into the fascinating world of plants, exploring the delicate balance of soil, water, and life that allows them to thrive. Whether you're a seasoned gardener or just starting out, join me, Albert Hugh, on this journey as we discover the joys and rewards of nurturing a green space that's both beautiful and environmentally friendly. Our first adventure takes us to a humble compost bin, a place where nature's recycling process begins. Here we witness the transformation of everyday waste into something incredibly valuable. Microorganisms are hard at work, breaking down organic matter into rich, earthy compost. These tiny creatures, including worms and bacteria, play a crucial role in this natural process. Compost, often called black gold by gardeners, is a treasure trove of nutrients. It enriches the soil, helping plants grow stronger and healthier. This dark, crumbly substance is the result of weeks or even months of decomposition. By composting our kitchen scraps and garden waste, we help reduce the amount of garbage going to landfills. This not only cuts down on waste but also reduces greenhouse gas emissions, making it an eco-friendly practice. Join me as we delve deeper into the art of composting, learning how to create the perfect environment for those microscopic heroes to work their magic. We'll explore the best materials to use, how to maintain the right balance of greens and browns, and tips for speeding up the composting process. Water is the lifeblood of a garden, but with increasing water shortages, conserving this precious resource is crucial. That's where rainwater harvesting comes in. Imagine a system that captures rain, channeling it into storage containers to nourish your plants. Rainwater is naturally soft and free of chemicals that can be harmful to plants. Let's explore the various methods of rainwater harvesting, from simple rain barrels to more elaborate systems. Imagine a garden that delights the eye and provides a sanctuary for native wildlife. Native plants are perfectly adapted to the local climate and soil conditions, making them resilient and low maintenance. They provide essential food and habitat for native insects, birds, and other wildlife. Join us as we explore the wonderful world of native plants, discovering the unique species that call your region home. Learn how to create a garden that's not only beautiful, but also an ecological haven. In the heart of a forest lies a secret weapon in the fight against weeds and water loss: mulch. Mulch acts like a protective layer, shielding the soil from the harsh sun and keeping it cool and moist. It also suppresses weeds, reducing the need for backbreaking weeding. Join me as we delve into the world of mulch, exploring the different types available. Learn how to apply it effectively to create a thriving, low-maintenance garden. Just like us, plants need a balanced diet to thrive. Organic fertilizers provide a gentle, sustainable way to nourish your garden without harsh chemicals. They release nutrients slowly into the soil, providing a steady supply of food for your plants. Unlike synthetic fertilizers, organic fertilizers enhance soil structure and promote a healthy ecosystem. Join me as we explore the world of organic fertilizers, learning about the different types available and how to use them effectively. In the intricate web of life within a garden, plants have formed fascinating alliances. This is the essence of companion planting, harnessing the power of plant partnerships to create a healthier garden. Imagine planting basil alongside your tomatoes to deter pests, or intercropping carrots with onions. Some plant pairings improve soil fertility, like beans enriching the soil for nitrogen-loving plants. Let's delve into the world of companion planting, discovering how to create harmonious plant communities. Imagine a garden alive with the gentle hum of bees, their tiny wings creating a soothing symphony as they flit from flower to flower, and the dance of butterflies, their colorful wings painting the air with grace. Pollinators like bees, butterflies, and hummingbirds play a vital role in our ecosystem, ensuring the reproduction of many plants and the production of fruits and seeds. Unfortunately, their populations are declining due to habitat loss, pesticide use, and climate change. By creating pollinator-friendly gardens, we can provide these creatures with the food and shelter they need to thrive. Planting a variety of native flowers, setting up bird feeders, and avoiding harmful pesticides are just a few ways to make a difference. Join me as we explore how to create a welcoming haven for pollinators and ensure a future filled with their beauty and bounty. Together, we can make our gardens a sanctuary for these essential creatures. The lush green lawn has reigned supreme, but it's a thirsty, high-maintenance monoculture. Lawns require vast amounts of water, fertilizers, and pesticides, depleting resources and polluting waterways. Reducing your lawn area can have a significant impact, allowing you to create spaces for native plants, pollinator gardens, or edible landscapes. Join me as we explore creative ways to rethink our lawns, transforming them into thriving ecosystems that support biodiversity. In a world grappling with overconsumption, one person's trash can become another's treasure in the garden. By rethinking what we throw away, we can find new uses for old items, reducing waste and creating unique garden features. By embracing upcycling and repurposing, we can transform discarded materials into functional and beautiful garden additions. From old tires turned into colorful planters to wooden crates becoming rustic garden beds, the possibilities are endless. Imagine old pallets reborn as vertical gardens, providing a space-saving solution for growing herbs and flowers. These vertical gardens not only look stunning, but also make efficient use of limited space. Or plastic bottles transformed into mini greenhouses, perfect for nurturing seedlings. These bottle greenhouses are a fantastic way to give new life to plastic waste while supporting your gardening efforts. Even broken pots can be repurposed into charming mosaics, adding artistic flair to pathways and planters. These mosaics not only recycle broken items, but also bring a touch of creativity and color to your garden. Join me as we embark on a journey of creative reuse, discovering the endless possibilities of gardening with recycled materials. Together, we can make our gardens more sustainable and beautiful, one recycled item at a time. Well, there you have it. 9 eco-friendly gardening hacks to help you cultivate a greener thumb. Tell us what you think in the comments and like and subscribe. Happy gardening! Hello and welcome to the Great North Gardener. Here you can find help in starting and creating a garden for your home. Now, in this video, we're going to be diving into a topic I know a lot of you have struggled with: getting your plants to bloom. It can be really frustrating putting in all that effort and not seeing those beautiful colors pop. Don't worry though, because in this video, we'll be covering the top 5 reasons why your plants might not be blooming, and more importantly, how to fix them. From soil types and irrigation to pruning techniques and everything in between. Consider this your ultimate how-to guide for vibrant, flourishing plants. So grab your gardening gloves and let's get started. First up, let's talk about the foundation of any good garden, the soil. Just like we need good food to thrive, your plants need nutrient-rich soil. If your soil is lacking in essential nutrients, your plants simply won't have the energy to bloom. Think of it like trying to bake a cake without flour. So how do you know if your soil needs a boost? Well, you can buy at-home testing kits, or if you're feeling really adventurous, take a sample to your local nursery for analysis. They can tell you exactly what your soil is missing. Once you know what you're working with, you can start adding amendments like compost, manure, or fertilizer. Compost is like a superfood for your soil, packed with all sorts of yummy nutrients. Manure, well, it's basically poo, but trust me, plants love it. And fertilizer is like a vitamin supplement for your soil, giving it a quick boost of essential nutrients. Now don't go overboard with the fertilizer. Too much of a good thing can actually harm your plants. It's like eating a whole tub of ice cream, not a good idea. Always follow the instructions on the packaging and start with a little less than recommended. You can always add more later if needed. Next up, let's talk about watering. Now, I know what you're thinking, Joe. Watering is easy. Just give them a splash of water every now and then, right? Well, not quite. Overwatering and underwatering are 2 of the most common reasons why plants don't bloom. Too much water can actually suffocate the roots, preventing them from absorbing nutrients. It's like trying to breathe with a wet plastic bag over your head. Not fun. On the other hand, underwatering is like sending your plants to the Sahara Desert without a drop to drink. They'll wilt, dry up, and definitely won't have the energy to bloom. So, how do you find that sweet spot? Well, it depends on the type of plant, the weather, and the soil. Generally, it's better to water deeply and less often than to give them a little sprinkle every day. Stick your finger about an inch into the soil. If it feels dry, it's time to water. And remember, different plants have different needs. Some plants, like succulents, prefer their soil to dry out completely between waterings, while others, like ferns, like to stay consistently moist. Do your research, folks. Reason number 3, your plants need more sun, but not too much. Alright, let's talk about everyone's favorite star, the sun. Just like us, plants need sunlight to photosynthesize, which is essentially how they make their food. And just like us, they can have too much of a good thing. Most flowering plants need at least 6 hours of sunlight per day to bloom their best. Some sun-loving plants, like roses and lavender, might even prefer a full day of sunshine. On the other hand, some plants, like ferns and hostas, prefer shady spots and can actually get sunburned if they're exposed to too much direct sunlight. So how do you know how much sunlight your plants need? Well, it's always a good idea to check the plant tag or do a quick Google search, but you can also use your common sense. If your plants are looking leggy and reaching for the light, they probably need more sun. If they're looking scorched and wilted, they might be getting too much. Reason number 4, you're pruning like Edward Scissorhands. Now, this is where things get a little bit tricky, but trust me, pruning is like giving your plants a haircut. It keeps them looking tidy and encourages healthy growth. But just like a bad haircut can leave you feeling self-conscious, improper pruning can actually hinder blooming. The key to successful pruning is to know when and where to cut. Different plants have different pruning needs, so again, do your research. Some plants bloom on old wood, meaning they produce flowers on the previous year's growth. If you prune these plants too late in the season, you'll be chopping off all the buds that would have turned into beautiful blooms next year. Other plants bloom on new wood, meaning they produce flowers on the current year's growth. You can prune these plants more heavily in late winter or early spring to encourage bushier growth and more blooms. And remember, always use sharp, clean tools to avoid damaging your plants. Think of it like this. Would you rather get a haircut with rusty scissors or a nice sharp pair? Your plants feel the same way. Reason number 5, your plants are starving. Last, but not least, let's talk about plant nutrition. Just like we need a balanced diet to stay healthy, plants need a variety of nutrients to grow and bloom. If your plants aren't getting the nutrients they need, they simply won't have the energy to produce those beautiful flowers. The three main nutrients that plants need are nitrogen, N, phosphorus, P, and potassium, K. You'll often see these listed on fertilizer packages as NPK. Nitrogen is essential for leafy growth, phosphorus promotes root development and blooming, and potassium helps with overall plant health and disease resistance. Now, you don't need to become a plant scientist to figure out what your plants need. There are plenty of balanced fertilizers available that will provide all the essential nutrients in the right proportions. But if you're seeing signs of a specific deficiency, like yellowing leaves, which can indicate a lack of nitrogen, you can always supplement with a specific fertilizer. Happy blooming. So there you have it, folks. The top 5 reasons why your plants might not be blooming, and more importantly, how to fix them. Remember, gardening is all about trial and error. Don't be afraid to experiment and see what works best for your plants and your space. And the most important thing is to have fun. Gardening should be a relaxing and rewarding hobby, so put on some music, grab your gardening gloves and enjoy the process. Let me know down in the comments below if you have any of your own tried and true tips. And don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you found it helpful. And subscribe to The Great North Gardener for more gardening tips and tricks. Happy blooming! Hello and welcome to The Great North Gardener. Here you can find help in starting and creating a garden for your home. Now, I know what you're thinking. A garden? But I haven't got the space. Well, fret no more, my friends. In this video, we're diving into the wonderful world of soilless gardening. That's right, you don't need a big backyard or even any soil to grow your own delicious veggies and stunning flowers. We're going to explore 4 amazing methods: hydroponics, aquaponics, aeroponics, and vertical gardening. Get ready to have your mind blown and your green thumbs itching. First up, let's dive into hydroponics. Imagine this: plants thriving in a nutrient-rich water solution, no soil in sight. Hydroponics is a method of growing plants using mineral nutrient solutions in water without soil. This technique allows plants to grow faster and healthier because they get all the nutrients they need directly from the water. That's hydroponics in a nutshell. It's a fascinating way to cultivate plants, and it's been around for centuries, dating back to the hanging gardens of Babylon and the floating gardens of the Aztecs. It sounds complicated, but I promise it's not as intimidating as it sounds. With a bit of knowledge and the right tools, anyone can set up a hydroponic system at home. Basically, you're giving your plants exactly what they need, directly through their roots. This method ensures that plants receive a balanced diet of nutrients, which can be adjusted to suit their specific needs. It's like giving your greens a super-powered smoothie, 24/7. The constant supply of nutrients and water means that plants can grow up to 50% faster than those grown in soil. One of the coolest things about hydroponics is how efficient it is. It uses up to 90% less water than traditional soil gardening because the water is recirculated and reused. Since you're delivering nutrients straight to the roots, plants tend to grow faster and bigger compared to traditional soil gardening. This means you can enjoy a more bountiful harvest in less time. Plus, you can say goodbye to common soil-borne pests and diseases. Result: this leads to healthier plants and reduces the need for pesticides. Now, let's talk about setting up your own hydroponic system. It might seem daunting at first, but with a little guidance, you'll be up and running in no time. Don't worry, you don't need to be an engineer to get started. There are many beginner-friendly systems available that are easy to assemble and maintain. For beginners, a simple wick system is a great place to start. It's one of the most straightforward hydroponic systems and requires minimal materials. Imagine a container with your plant nestled in a growing medium like coco coir or perlite. These mediums provide support and help retain moisture. A wick draws up the nutrient solution from a reservoir below, keeping your plant happy and hydrated. This passive system is perfect for small-scale gardening. It's low maintenance, affordable, and perfect for dipping your toes into the world of hydroponics. Once you get the hang of it, you can explore more advanced systems and grow a wider variety of plants. Next up, we're diving into the fascinating world of aquaponics. This innovative method combines aquaculture, which is raising fish, with hydroponics, the method of growing plants without soil. It's a brilliant fusion that creates a symbiotic environment where both fish and plants thrive together. This method is like something straight out of a science fiction novel. It's all about creating a self-sustaining ecosystem where fish and plants live in perfect harmony. Imagine a world where your garden is not just a place for plants, but also a habitat for fish, all working together to create a balanced environment. Picture this. You've got a tank of happy fish swimming about. These fish are not just for show, they play a crucial role in the system. Their waste, which is usually a pain to deal with, is actually liquid gold in the aquaponics world. This waste is rich in nutrients that plants need to grow. Beneficial bacteria break down the fish waste into nitrates, essential nutrients that plants crave. These bacteria are the unsung heroes, converting ammonia from the fish waste into nitrates that plants can easily absorb. This nutrient-rich water is then pumped up to the plants, and voila! The plants get a constant supply of nutrients, which helps them grow faster and healthier. The plants gobble up the good stuff, naturally cleaning the water for the fish. This creates a continuous cycle of nourishment and purification. It's a win-win situation for everyone. The fish get clean water, and the plants get the nutrients they need to flourish. Setting up a basic aquaponics system is easier than you might think. With a few key components, you can create your own mini ecosystem. You'll need a fish tank, a grow bed for your plants, a water pump to circulate the water, and of course, some happy fish. The setup can be as simple or as complex as you want it to be. You can start small with a tabletop system, or go big with a backyard setup. The flexibility of aquaponics means it can fit into any space, big or small. It's a fantastic way to grow your own food and have a little ecosystem right in your own home. Not only does it provide fresh produce, but it also offers a unique and educational experience for the whole family. Hold on to your hats, folks, because things are about to get seriously futuristic. Aeroponics takes soilless gardening to a whole new level by growing plants suspended in the air. No soil, no aggregates, just pure plant power. Imagine walking into a garden where plants are floating mid-air, their roots dangling freely and thriving like never before. Here's how it works. Plant roots are misted with a nutrient-rich solution at regular intervals. This misting process ensures that the plants receive all the essential minerals and nutrients they need to grow strong and healthy. This mist provides everything the plants need to thrive, and because the roots are exposed to plenty of oxygen, they grow super fast. The combination of nutrients and oxygen creates an optimal environment for rapid growth and robust health. It's like giving your plants a spa day every single day. Imagine the roots getting a refreshing mist bath, keeping them hydrated and nourished around the clock. Aeroponics might sound like something out of a sci-fi film, but it's becoming increasingly popular for home gardeners. More and more people are discovering the benefits of this innovative gardening method. You can find ready-made aeroponic systems online or even have a go at building your own. There are plenty of resources and kits available to help you get started on your aeroponic journey. It's a fantastic option if you're short on space or want to impress your friends with your next-level gardening skills. Whether you live in an apartment or have a small backyard, aeroponics can fit into your lifestyle and make you the envy of your neighborhood. Last but not least, let's talk about vertical gardening. This method is perfect for anyone short on space, but big on gardening dreams. Imagine transforming a blank wall or fence into a vibrant, edible work of art. Vertical gardening is all about making the most of vertical space. Think hanging planters, stacked pots, living walls. The possibilities are endless. You can grow pretty much anything vertically, from herbs and veggies to cascading flowers. One of the best things about vertical gardening is how easy it is to get started. You can repurpose old pallets, gutters, shoe organizers, you name it. Just add some drainage holes, fill them with your chosen growing medium, and you're good to go. It's a fantastic way to add some greenery to small balconies, patios, or even indoors. So there you have it. 4 incredible ways to grow your own food and enjoy the wonders of gardening, even without a traditional garden plot. Whether you're drawn to the high-tech world of hydroponics or the simplicity of vertical gardening, there's a soilless method out there for everyone. I hope this video has inspired you to give soilless gardening a try. It's a fun, rewarding, and sustainable way to connect with nature and grow your own delicious food. Tell us what you think in the comments, and like and subscribe for more gardening adventures. Happy growing! Hello and welcome to the Great North Gardener. Here you can find help in starting and creating a garden for your home. Now, I know what you're thinking. Albert, I live in a basement flat in Manchester. The only shade I have is from the clothesline pole. Well, fear not, my friend. You don't need sprawling fields and rolling hills to experience the joy of growing your own food. In this video, we're going to explore 6 fantastic vegetables that thrive in the shade. That's right, even if your garden resembles something closer to a dungeon than a sun-drenched paradise, you can still have fresh, homegrown veggies. So, grab yourself a cuppa, get comfy, and let's dive into the wonderful world of shade-loving vegetables. First up, we've got the incredible, edible, Popeye-approved spinach. This leafy green is a nutritional powerhouse, and thankfully for us shade dwellers, it actually prefers a little bit of shelter from the scorching sun. Think of spinach as that friend who'd rather be reading a book in a cozy corner than sunbathing on a beach. It's cool like that. Now, you can grow spinach directly in the ground, but if you're short on space, it thrives in containers too. Just imagine popping out to your balcony for a handful of fresh spinach to throw in your smoothie. Speaking of smoothies, did you know that spinach is practically tasteless when blended? It's like the ninja of the vegetable world, sneaking in those vital nutrients without you even knowing. But don't worry, if you're a fan of the taste, it's equally delicious sautéed with some garlic or wilted into a pasta sauce. The key with spinach is to keep the soil moist, especially during warmer periods. And don't be afraid to harvest regularly. The more you pick, the more it grows. It's like the gift that keeps on giving. So there you have it, spinach, the shade-loving superhero of the salad bowl. Next up, we've got the classic salad staple, lettuce. Now, lettuce might seem like a bit of a diva, what with its preference for cooler temperatures and all, but trust me, this is one leafy friend you want on your side. Just like us Brits on holiday, lettuce doesn't do well in intense heat. It much prefers a bit of shade, especially during the hottest part of the day. And the best part is, there are so many different varieties to choose from. From crisp iceberg to vibrant red leaf, there's a lettuce out there for every taste and salad bowl. Now, lettuce is a bit of a space hog. So, if you're growing in containers, make sure they're nice and deep. And don't forget to water regularly. Lettuce likes to stay hydrated, just like us after a long day in the garden. One of my favorite things about lettuce is that you can literally pick it and eat it straight away. There's something so satisfying about strolling through your garden, plucking a fresh leaf, and having a little nibble. It's like having your own personal salad bar right outside your door. So, ditch the supermarket bags and embrace the joy of homegrown lettuce. Your taste buds and your wallet will thank you for it. Now, for those of you who like their greens with a bit more substance, let me introduce you to the king of the brassicas, kale. This leafy powerhouse is as tough as they come, laughing in the face of shade and shrugging off pests like they're nothing. Kale is basically the Chuck Norris of the vegetable patch. But don't let its hard exterior fool you. Underneath that rugged exterior lies a heart of gold, or should I say, a heart of deliciousness. Seriously, kale is incredibly versatile. You can use it in smoothies, soups, salads, stir-fries, you name it. And the best part is, even if you only have a shady spot, kale will reward you with an abundance of delicious, nutrient-packed leaves. Just make sure to give it plenty of water and a bit of love, and it'll be your new best friend in the garden. One of my favorite ways to enjoy kale is to massage it with a little olive oil and salt, then roast it in the oven until crispy. It's like a healthy alternative to crisps, and it's absolutely addictive. So, if you're looking for a low-maintenance, high-reward vegetable that can handle a bit of shade, look no further than kale. Now let's talk about a vegetable that's as pleasing to the eye as it is to the palate, Swiss chard. This vibrant veggie is like the rainbow of the garden, with its colorful stems ranging from ruby red to sunshine yellow. And the best part is, it doesn't mind a bit of shade. Swiss chard is like that friend who always brightens up your day, no matter the weather. It's relatively easy to grow, even in less than ideal conditions, and it adds a real wow factor to your plate. You can use the leaves just like spinach, in salads, soups, or even stir-fries. And don't throw away those colorful stems. They're delicious sautéed with a little garlic and olive oil, or roasted alongside your favorite root vegetables. They add a lovely sweetness and a satisfying crunch. One of my favorite things about Swiss chard is that it just keeps on giving. You can harvest the outer leaves throughout the growing season, and it'll keep producing more. It's like the gift that keeps on giving, but instead of socks, it's delicious, healthy greens. Don't let its size fool you. Arugula is a force to be reckoned with. This peppery green is like the espresso of the salad world, packing a powerful punch in every bite. And the best part is, it thrives in the shade. Arugula is like that friend who's always up for an adventure, even if it means exploring the shadier side of the garden. It's incredibly easy to grow, even for beginner gardeners, and it grows incredibly quickly. We're talking from seed to salad in just a few weeks. Plus, you can harvest arugula multiple times throughout the season. Just snip off what you need, and it'll keep growing back for more. It's like the Energizer bunny of the salad bowl. Arugula is delicious on its own, tossed in a simple vinaigrette, or used as a pizza topping. But my favorite way to enjoy it is in a pesto. Just whiz it up with some pine nuts, Parmesan cheese, garlic, olive oil, and lemon juice, and you've got yourself a flavor explosion that'll liven up any pasta dish. Last but not least, let's talk about a root vegetable that's often overlooked but deserves a spot in every shade garden: beets. Now, beets might not be the most glamorous vegetable out there, but trust me, they're worth getting to know. They're packed with nutrients, have a naturally sweet and earthy flavor, and the best part is, they don't mind a bit of shade. Beets are like that reliable friend who's always there for you, even when the going gets tough. They're relatively low maintenance and can tolerate a wide range of conditions, including partial shade. And the best part is, you can eat the entire plant. The roots are delicious, roasted, pickled, or used to make a vibrant borscht. And the greens, don't throw those away. They're packed with flavor and can be sautéed, steamed, or added to soups. One of my favorite ways to enjoy beets is to roast them with a little olive oil, salt, and pepper until tender. The natural sugars caramelize, creating a sweet and savory flavor that's absolutely irresistible. So, there you have it. 6 shade-loving vegetables that are perfect for urban gardens. Remember, just because you don't have a south-facing garden doesn't mean you can't enjoy the fruits, or should I say vegetables, of your labor. With a little bit of planning and these shade-tolerant superstars on your side, you'll be well on your way to a bountiful harvest in no time. Let me know in the comments below which of these shade-loving vegetables you're most excited to grow. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more gardening tips and tricks. Hello and welcome to the Great North Gardener. Today, we're diving into fall veggies that thrive in cooler autumn months. In this video, I'll share 8 of my favorite veggies for a bountiful fall harvest. Stick around and let's get growing. First up, we've got kale, the king of cold weather crops. This leafy green is not just a nutritional powerhouse, but also a versatile ingredient in the kitchen. Kale handles chilly temperatures like a champ, thriving even when the mercury dips. It's one of the few vegetables that can withstand frost and still come out looking and tasting great. In fact, a touch of frost can actually make its flavor sweeter, enhancing its natural taste. This makes it an excellent choice for late-season gardening. It's packed with vitamins A, C, and K, fiber, and iron. These nutrients are essential for maintaining good health, supporting everything from vision to immune function. You can make kale chips, which are a healthy and crunchy snack alternative to traditional potato chips. Toss it into a stir-fry for a quick and nutritious meal. Its sturdy leaves hold up well to high heat, making it perfect for this cooking method. Blend it into a smoothie for a nutrient-packed drink. Kale's mild flavor pairs well with fruits like bananas and berries, making it a great addition to your morning routine, or massage it for a salad. Massaging kale helps to break down its tough fibers, making it more tender and easier to eat raw. For a fall harvest, try cold hardy varieties like Winterbor, Siberian, or Red Russian. These types are specifically bred to withstand colder temperatures, ensuring you have a bountiful harvest, even as the days grow shorter and cooler. Next up, Brussels sprouts. These tiny green vegetables often get a bad rap, but they are truly a powerhouse of nutrition and flavor. These little green gems are delicious, especially when grown in cool weather. The cool temperatures help them develop a unique taste that is both savory and slightly sweet. Frost turns their starches into sugar, giving them a sweeter, nuttier flavor. This natural process enhances their taste, making them a delightful addition to any meal. They're packed with vitamin C and K, fiber, and folate. These nutrients are essential for maintaining good health, supporting your immune system, and keeping your bones strong. roast them with olive oil and salt, shred them for salads, or even grill them for a smoky flavor. The possibilities are endless when it comes to preparing Brussels sprouts, or add them to stir-fries. They add a wonderful crunch and a burst of flavor to any dish. Give Brussels sprouts another chance this fall. You might be surprised. Their versatility and health benefits make them a fantastic choice for your autumn menu. Now, let's talk about a root vegetable that's as sweet as a crisp autumn day. Carrots. These vibrant orange beauties are not only a feast for the eyes, but also a delight for the taste buds. Cold weather helps carrots convert starches into sugars, resulting in a more intense flavor. This natural process makes them taste even better when the temperatures drop. Carrots taste better after a light frost, becoming more tender and less bitter. Snack on them raw, roast them, add them to stews, or even blend them into a nutritious smoothie. Their versatility in the kitchen is unmatched. And let's not forget about desserts. Carrots can be baked into delicious cakes, adding a natural sweetness and moist texture that's hard to resist. Carrot cake is a classic favorite, perfect for any occasion. Carrots are an excellent source of vitamin A, which is essential for good vision and a healthy immune system. They also provide a good amount of antioxidants and fiber, which aids in digestion and helps maintain a healthy gut. So whether you're enjoying them fresh from the garden or as part of a hearty meal, carrots are a nutritious and delicious choice for the autumn season. All right, let's move on to spinach, the Energizer Bunny of the garden. Spinach prefers cooler temperatures and can survive a light frost. It grows incredibly fast, with baby leaves ready in a month, and you can harvest for weeks. Packed with vitamins A, C, and K, iron, and folate, spinach is a versatile and nutritious addition to any fall garden. Next up, broccoli. This cool season crop thrives in fall's crisp temperatures. Broccoli prefers cooler weather to avoid bolting and is packed with vitamins C, K, and A, fiber, and folate. It contains compounds linked to reduced cancer risk. Roast, steam, saute, or enjoy it raw. Just don't overcook it. For a healthy and delicious fall garden addition, add broccoli to your list. Beets, earthy delights for fall. Beets are known for their earthy, slightly sweet flavor and are fantastic for fall gardens. They're hardy and can tolerate frost, and you can eat the entire plant. Beets are a good source of fiber, folate, and nitrates, which improve blood flow and lower blood pressure. For a unique and nutritious fall garden addition, give beets a try. Cabbage, the crunchy, versatile staple. Cabbage is a cool season crop perfect for fall gardens, hardy and frost tolerant. It stores well, keeping fresh for months in a cool, dark place. Use it in salads, slaws, soups, stews, stir-fries, or make sauerkraut. Cabbage is a good source of vitamin C, vitamin K, and fiber. Radishes, fast-growing flavor bombs. Radishes are a cool season crop perfect for fall gardens, maturing in as little as 3 weeks. They're easy to grow, low maintenance, and come in various colors and flavors. Radishes are a good source of vitamin C, antioxidants, and fiber. For a quick, easy, and delicious fall garden addition, try radishes. Happy fall gardening! I hope this video inspired you to make the most of the cooler months in your garden. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to The Great North Gardener, and let me know in the comments what you're planting this fall. Happy gardening, everyone! Hello everyone, and welcome back to The Great North Gardener. Are you ready to transform your garden from blah to bloom? Today's video is all about getting those green thumbs dirty and learning the secrets of 2 garden superstars, deciduous and herbaceous plants. So grab your gardening gloves, get comfy, and let's get growing. Oh, and before I forget, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any future gardening adventures. First up, let's talk about the giants of the garden, deciduous trees. These majestic beauties are like the celebrities of the plant world, always stealing the show, especially during those stunning autumn transformations. As the days get shorter and the weather turns chilly, deciduous trees flaunt fiery reds, golden yellows, and vibrant oranges before shedding those leaves completely. But don't worry, this grand finale isn't the end. Come spring, they burst back to life with fresh, vibrant foliage, creating breathtaking canopies of green. Think majestic oaks, graceful maples, and elegant birches, all adding structure, shade, and a touch of woodland magic to your garden. Next up, we've got the supporting cast of the deciduous world, the shrubs. Don't let their smaller size fool you. These guys are powerhouses of color and texture, adding depth and dimension to your garden borders. Imagine vibrant red twig dogwoods, fiery Japanese maples, and fragrant lilacs, each one a burst of personality that evolves throughout the seasons. And the best part, deciduous shrubs are super low maintenance, making them the perfect choice for both beginner gardeners and seasoned pros. So go on, add a splash of color and texture to your garden with these deciduous divas. Now let's talk about those adventurous climbers, deciduous vines. These guys are like the daredevils of the plant world, always reaching for the sky and adding a touch of whimsy and romance to your garden. Think cascading wisteria with its fragrant purple blooms, fiery trumpet vine with its vibrant orange flowers, or the classic Boston ivy with its deep crimson fall foliage. Give them a sturdy trellis, pergola, or fence to climb, and they'll reward you by transforming those structures into breathtaking vertical gardens. But be warned, these guys can be a bit enthusiastic. Make sure you give them a trim now and then to keep them in check and prevent them from taking over your entire garden. Chapter 4. Herbaceous Perennials, the Comeback Kids. Alright, let's switch gears and talk about the masters of disguise, herbaceous perennials. These clever plants are like the chameleons of the garden, disappearing entirely in the winter only to reappear with a flourish in the spring. Think vibrant coneflowers, elegant lilies, and cheerful daylilies, all bursting forth with color year after year. Just give them a good spot in your garden with well-drained soil and plenty of sunshine, and they'll reward you with years of stunning blooms. Chapter 5. Herbaceous Annuals, the Life of the Party. Now, for those of you who crave instant gratification, let me introduce you to the party animals of the plant world, herbaceous annuals. These guys are all about living life to the fullest, packing a year's worth of growth, flowering, and seed production into one short but spectacular season. Think vibrant petunias, cheerful marigolds, and dazzling zinnias, all bursting with color and bringing instant cheer to your garden. Herbaceous annuals are super easy to grow from seed, making them a budget-friendly way to add a splash of color to your garden. Chapter 6. Herbaceous Biennials, the 2-year plan. Next up, we have the patient planners of the plant world, herbaceous biennials. These guys are all about delayed gratification, taking 2 years to complete their life cycle. In their first year, biennials focus on building a strong foundation, developing a robust root system and a rosette of leaves. Then, in their second year, they burst forth with stunning blooms, releasing their energy in one glorious display before setting seed and bidding farewell. Let's talk about the unsung heroes of the garden deciduous ground covers. These low-growing superstars might not have the height of trees or the flashiness of flowers, but they play a vital role in creating a lush, layered landscape. Think of them as the stage crew of the garden, working tirelessly behind the scenes to create a stunning backdrop for the main event. Deciduous ground covers, like the vibrant Virginia creeper or the charming Bearberry cotonista, add texture, color, and a touch of wildness to your garden. They're also fantastic for erosion control, suppressing weeds, and attracting beneficial insects. Now, for a burst of color that announces the arrival of spring, let me introduce you to the masters of transformation herbaceous bulbs. These underground wonders lie dormant during the winter, patiently waiting for the perfect moment to unleash their beauty upon the world. Imagine vibrant tulips, cheerful daffodils, and elegant hyacinths, all bursting forth with color and fragrance, signaling the end of winter's reign. Planting herbaceous bulbs is like burying treasure in your garden, just waiting to be discovered when spring arrives. Last but not least, let's talk about the ultimate garden multitaskers, deciduous fruit plants. These overachievers not only add beauty to your landscape with their stunning blooms and vibrant foliage, but they also reward you with delicious homegrown fruit. Deciduous fruit plants like apple trees, pear trees, and berry bushes are a testament to the fact that you can have your garden and eat it too. And there you have it, folks. 9 amazing plant types that can transform your garden from ordinary to extraordinary. So get out there, get your hands dirty, and start creating the garden of your dreams. And don't forget to let me know in the comments below which plant type is your absolute favorite and what you're most excited to grow in your own garden. Until next time, happy gardening. Hello, fellow gardeners. Today, we'll unlock the secrets to a bountiful harvest by understanding two fundamental plant growth